Boom. What's up? We back in the building. It's your boy D Fran.
Boy B Neil.
Back in the building for another episode of the Absolute Sure podcast. I don't know what episode number it is, but we back. So who cares? So a lot of things getting not even a lot, not necessarily a lot of things to get into. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of like a slow fucking news week. So we will get into some things today though. So make sure you subscribe already. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, all that good shit like that. Um, do you want to start off with any good things? You got any good things going on in your life right now, Bryce? What you want to talk about, man?
Well, I started another job, so I started two jobs now.
Yeah, you got another job.
Hell yeah. The first one is cool, bro. Like I made literally like back-to-back days. I made like $100 tips on two separate tables, and like literally on my serving career, I can count on my hand how many $100 tips I had, and it was literally one. So the job was good, but nigga, the schedule came out. They had me on the schedule for like two shifts. I was like, what, bro? That's just stupid. What's the point of even hiring me?
So you're not full time at the hell. They got you just working like this
whenever.
Oh hell no.
And it's crazy because it was on Indeed. You thinking they hiring? They had 7 people in my training class, so I'm thinking, oh, they need to replace some people. They did pretty much everybody in my serving class like that. Then they got another like 5 or 6 people that they hiring. And then if you know, like I'm in the Galleria, that's all I can really tell you. I'm in the Galleria, so they had like 50 servers on a roster in general. So it's tough getting the shift in there. So I had to pick up something else, which I low key think gonna be better because of the scheduling and everything. So
it's like similar shit or something completely different from that.
Oh no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just in the Heights now, which is right down the street. But yeah, that whole start from like it's a breakfast place, so that whole start from like fucking like 6 to 2, and that's when you get out of work at 2. So it's like shit, I get that
2 in the morning.
2 in the afternoon.
Oh shit, bet we back podcast lit every Tuesday. We here. Anyways,
yeah.
So I got some good things. I got some shit in the works. I ain't gonna really speak too much on it till it happens, but good shit's going on in life, man. I just gotta say, life's doing pretty good. The past year and a half, life's been pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So excited about that. It was my daughter's birthday over the weekend. That was fun. 1 year old. That was a great time, great party.
How was the birthday?
It was good. It was good. Had a lot of fun. People came out, salute everybody that came out. It was good, last minute bullshit, lady kind of, hold on. But whatever, shit happens. Yeah. That's life. That's life.
Facts. Everything turned out good. That's all that matter.
Yeah, everything was good. So speaking of turning out good, I was gonna hop into this one because it's been going on for a while. We've obviously heard about it for a while. So I want to start with this. So Nipsey Hussle's killer has been convicted and he has now been sentenced to prison. He got 60 years to life for killing Nipsey Hussle, for having a gun, obviously why killing Nipsey Hussle, and also shooting 2 other people that day. So he didn't just shoot Nipsey, he shot 2 other people that day as well. So he got 60 years of life.
I never knew that.
He spent the rest of his time in jail, I'm assuming, because, was he like 30-something, probably 40? He'd probably be dead by the time he won't get out of jail because he'd be dead. So, that's a good thing. It's obviously it sucks that Nipsey Hussle had to die for that to be the outcome, but I guess his family can have a semblance of justice now, a semblance of I don't know. I never really understand that. Like, I don't really know if that gives you peace when like the person who killed your loved one like goes to jail. It's like, is it peace?
I think it's like bare minimum peace. Like at least what's good. At least you going to jail. Like we can't put our hands on you. We can't torture you like we want to, but at least. And I mean it to me it's a little piece because they gotta suffer. They ain't walking scotch-free. Like almost every day you think about every day you in jail, you pretty much gotta think about why you there.
What if he just become the big dog in jail though? He just like live a good jail life. I mean, I probably ain't good, but what if he become a big dog?
That's the Crip problem. If that's the case, he shouldn't be living no good life now after he had killed the legend.
But that's the thing.
Even if he was a blood, like
that's the thing. But that's the thing though. We think he a legend musically. I don't know this because I'm not from LA. But was he like a legend like within the gang? Like what if people in the gang, he was famous as a rapper, but they don't give a fuck about that. They don't like him. I don't know because I'm not in the gang. So I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Well, if you listen to, the other side that don't really fuck with Nipsey, which is like Whack 100 and his people, yeah, I mean, you may get a little leeway on that side, but I think the overall Crips gonna fuck with him, honestly.
That said Nipsey musically wasn't shit. We ain't gonna get into this. Like,
it was it was something that Wack did recently that kind of like made me realize how close their ties is, because him and Jay Prince was going at it, whatever. But his Crip friends talked to Jay Prince, which the Crip friend talked to Wack, and he was like, I respect my Crip friend. I respect, even if he don't fuck with him still, he gonna respect the ties and not hold his best friend. So I feel like that's gonna be something that's similar to the Nipsey shit. It's like, bro, that man was a semblance of the Crip culture. If we had this nigga just walking around unsolicited, what they say about us? Because this like he's one of like, it's like, bro, if you shit on Kobe, you kind of shitting on the Lakers. Like you can't kind of
you like shitting on LA, really? Shit.
Yeah. That's exactly. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Let's respond to some of this shit. His discography was only relevant to his core audience. Nobody outside. His killer going to jail. What we doing? What we doing here? This is celebrations. What we doing? I get what you're saying though. But also for me, this is anecdotal. This isn't like a overarching theme, because I do believe that Nipsey Hussle wasn't as relevant as people like to make him out to be when he did die. But I liked his last album. That was really what launched me into even listening to his music. But like, I had two friends down here that was like big into Nipsey. Like, I mean, maybe Bryce was big into him, but I just remember hearing like Johnny and Darius talk about him all the time. It was like, I wasn't just SoCal. I don't know if it was a lot, but it was, it was a couple people that was around the nation that was, rocking with him still before Victory Lap came out. So, yeah. Tripping, he'll dig hard, boy. He be every time he see you, it's like up on dick.
I live in his head rent free, and I love it.
You gotta be like, it's gotta be. I went into your stream, and it was just like that nigga was just like L Gamer. That's like, damn, he even started playing the game yet. But
I'm still creating my Harry Potter character. He talking about me a gamer.
Yeah, he just wanted to pop.
That shit. But anyways, hard, I ain't gonna lie, that Harry Potter shit hard.
Come on, man. I told you that shit was gonna be great. I don't know why I didn't stream it. I should have been streaming that shit. But if I'm bumping Tiger over Nip, then clearly the streets is done. Bumping, I think for me, Nipsey Hussle's last album is good enough for me to put him over Tiger, like discography wise. Like Rack City and all that shit, like that shit's cool. But like Nipsey's album, Victory Lap, was like, come on, what are we talking about? We don't get into this rehashes again because we know y'all niggas like to troll and y'all niggas like to act like that shit wasn't.
Tiger not even in the same category, bro. Tiger was a part.
Tiger got a big hit. Tiger beat that nigga in the verses for sure.
Yeah, Tiger was in the hit. He was in that hit camp over there with the Young Money team. What you expect? Like, come on.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Victory Lap as an album, because like I said, I ain't gonna be one of them niggas that act like I knew Mailbox Money and that wasn't me. That wasn't me. But I would take Victory Lap as an album, which I say was one of the best albums 2018, over Tiger's like hits. Because like what a Tiger hit? What do you listen to Rack City anymore? No, that's just dated. Like I don't even know what like Go Low. I don't know what the fuck else the hits he got.
Tiger used to go hard in high school. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, like
damn near 10 years since then.
But I still take all that. I still take Victory Lap over all that. What were those mixtapes he had? What the fuck?
Well Done.
Well Done. Those was good. But I still like Victory Lap more than those. That's just me personally.
Well Done's went home. And even then, like Well Done 2 was good, but Well Done 1 had like 2 songs on that hoe that was hard. It was the one with that female on that hoe. I forgot what the name of it was, but she went hard on there. It was like
Honey Cocaine?
Yeah, Honey Cocaine. Hey, Honey Cocaine used to be hard.
Yeah, she was. For sure. So, like I said, Eric Holder got his just due, went to prison. There's something I was thinking about. Like I was watching the Buffalo guy. You remember the white guy who shot people in Buffalo and killed all those people? Mm-hmm. Or killed all the black people because they was black? One of the family members tried to attack him. It's like, hey, this is the last time I'm ever gonna see him. Unless you go try to get yourself thrown in prison, you got to kind of,
Yeah, that's some movie shit.
I mean, let's ask you this question, Wardu. You're probably gonna say it's like what a lot of people do in hip hop. It's like Lauryn Hill. I mean, she had the Fuji, so I ain't gonna say Lauryn Hill had one thing, but some people put Lauryn Hill as like one of the greatest of all time just off Miseducation. Lauryn Hill, that's one album compared to a lot of people got a whole bunch of discography.
Bro, you can.
I don't think Andre 3000 have a solo album besides like I think they did like the combo. What was it? Speaker box, I mean, whatever the fuck they did. Like people do that, and if it's good enough, it's good enough. So
I mean, look at Andre 3000. No solo projects.
Yeah, so
man, people consider him a top 20 rapper.
Top 20, some top 10.
Yeah, some people.
I don't get how people do stupid stuff like this. Was killing Nipsey worth 60 years? I mean, people are fucking stupid. People are stupid.
And it really should be capital murder, honestly. because he planned it out and everything. He had a whole getaway drive, everything. And when you plan shit and stuff like that, usually, and how he kicked them and shit after the end, like usually they may give you life to death sentence, but he wasn't in Texas, so I don't know if it's different in other states.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know when you plan a crime and stuff like that, and you get like a murder and you go through with it, yeah, that's usually capital.
Was that capital? I may be right. I thought that was just premeditated first degree murder. I thought capital murder, at least I understand in Texas, if you kill somebody that's under the age of like 5 and you kill somebody that's elderly, you kill somebody in the commission of like a robbery, and I don't know what the other one is. Those are the two I remember when it is capital. Lauren, not in my top 3. I mean, I wouldn't put Lauren on my fucking top 3 either. You ain't you can't you don't get me to say that. Like, you know me, Lauren Hill, no. You know what I did think about, though? Let me say this. While you're looking at it, let me tell you what I thought today, guys. Trail Ward, whoever's in the chat. I was thinking about this. I was like, what's about my top 3 like artists or rappers of all time? And I put like Drake, and I put Future, and I put Rick Ross. I was thinking to myself, because I listen to Kanye's old shit. And I was like, why do I not put Kanye in that conversation? Like, why do I? For some reason, like Kanye doesn't come to my mind, even though I think Kanye is in that realm. He's in that mix. Like I was listening to. What's the album? What's the Orange album called? The Orange one that he dropped.
Frank Ocean. It's called Orange.
No,
Chanel.
Kanye, nigga.
Oh shit, you said Orange. I heard.
The album is orange. Like it's orange. What the fuck is the album called? Life of Pablo. That's the one. Life of Pablo.
My bad, bro.
I listened to that shit today. Nigga said Frank Ocean. Did I say Frank Ocean? Am I tripping?
You said I heard Orange, bro, and all I heard was Chanel in my mind.
Oh, you meant top 3 females. Okay. Anyways, regardless, I was like, bro, that might be one of my favorite Kanye albums. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Pablo hard.
That might be one of my, like, it's not my favorite, but it might be one of the at least top 3 to me personally. Because I listen to that show, like, ain't nothing on this bitch really bad. All that shit really good. He just said niggas gas album so crazy. It's like, bro, I love that album. That album, I listen to that shit today. I'm like, I don't know, man. Future or Kanye West? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I put Kanye over Rick Ross if I was gonna redo my top 3. Because Kanye just, I don't know. The way that motherfucker make music, it's just like you can't really deny Kanye West. Regardless if he writes his shit or not, I don't really care about that. You know, Kanye has more misses than Kendrick.
What do you mean by that?
No, he said his friend tried to argue that. So misses as far as albums or misses as far as like singles? Like what's the conversation? Can we have that conversation about I mean, I think Kanye is definitely greater than Kendrick in the music sphere. Like, I don't think do you think there'd be anybody that would doubt that? That Kendrick Lamar. And I don't want to harp on Kendrick because there's a lot of people. He's better than J. Cole. He's better than Big Sean. He's better than all these people. So it's just a Kendrick thing. But do you think people say Kanye is greater? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Because you know they love dick riding Kendrick. You know they love to do it. Kanye is like way ahead of Kendrick Lamar, right?
It's not even close. What are you talking about?
Like, because I feel like we really have to make like these tiers of like hip hop artists. It's like Drake, Kanye, and I'm not even gonna put Jay-Z in because I throw Jay-Z into the mix a lot because I do like Jay-Z's albums and shit like that. But like I just do it because nigga, that Jay-Z, whatever. But like people like Drake and Kanye, there ain't really nobody in that category. Like that's like the A list of
Wayne
like A-list.
But besides
Wayne, okay, Wayne, yeah, Wayne is
Future.
I would put Future with Drake and Kanye.
Only reason I do singles and albums, I don't really see too many albums that Future has missed on. I know I know you're not fans of Wizard.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
And even if you let's even take Wizard and Life is Good, whatever it was, I forgot what it was, the Gray album that he had after Wizard. Let's take them 2 out because let's be real, that's like 2 albums in his later career. And then he ended up having an album that's better than that later on. Like, for the most part, all his mixtapes in the beginning was hard. Dirty Sprite was hard. What is it? Future Hendrix was hard.
Dirty Sprite 2 over Thriller. Was it Thriller? What was it? Was it Thriller? That was a little TikTok shit I did. Was it Thriller? I think it was Thriller. But that's just me. Like, I don't listen. Like, Thriller's great, but I don't listen to that shit.
So when you ask me, when you talk about longevity and Future not having any misses, he up there to me, honestly. And Kendrick, I give him 3 albums because that's what everybody else give him. Good Kid, Damn.
Future's better than Kanye. I would not say that.
Good Kid, Damn. And really, that's where it stops to me, honestly, bro. When we talk about classic albums, like Pimp Butterfly is not a classic rap. It's classic for its reasons, but it's not classic musically. It's classic for what it stands for. Same for his last album. It's classic for what it stands for, not necessarily that
I
shit
wouldn't
was
say his last
successful.
album is classic for what it stands for. I don't think anybody would say that.
The reason I say that because they was talking about the deep sentimental shit that was in there, the cultural relationship shit in there, the that shit. Like that, like I said, to me, even when we talk about relevancy, that hell not a classic. So me, Kanye got two. I mean, Kendrick got two, but Kanye got about 5 of them bitches. Kanye got about 5 of them bitches. Future, I don't know, man. I can't say he got 5 classics because when we talk about Kanye and Drake level, it feel like it's a little different. But for what he is, man,
I'm reading
I
it.
don't know.
That all right song, like I don't even like that. I don't even like that song. Like it's like it just feel like it was made for like some shit like that. Like it's great for the movement. Like if I was marching, they was playing on the speakers. I'd be like, yeah, we gonna be all right. But like they just like all right, like all right, like all right, like okay, whatever. Like it's cool. Like that's the thing. Like I get it. There was a lot of protests and shit going on. Trump won, or I think did Trump win? I thought that was 2015. Whatever. Protests going on. All right, was the massive song of the movement, but like, come on.
I don't know. I think that longevity.
I think Drake and Kanye, and like you say Wayne too. They're like the A list of the A list of hip hop artists of all time. Like I'm not saying just the greatest rapper, whatever. Just like everything. If you were to put everything that you want to be as an artist, success, rap ability, song making ability, impact, all that, those three are like the, if you were to look and be like, to build your perfect things, those would be the perfect, I
got a question for
careers
you.
I would model my career after.
So how many other albums from Kendrick would you need? You feel like another 2 from Kendrick? That's like on the level of Good Kid, on the level of Damn, for him to be in that category. Because he's not far away.
But I feel like he got to do more than this album. Like, bro, I need to hear features. I don't know. There's a lot of, because Kanye don't do crazy. Well, no, Kanye got some features too. But like, I don't know.
He don't
give me that same feeling that they give me.
Kanye didn't have the features, but bro, his singles was just, when he was in his prime, bro, you couldn't deny that time, bro. Let's be real. Kanye singles, Kanye greatest songs of all time are fucking untouchable when you talk about where they stand in hip hop. So I agree, but I feel like Kendrick could do it in his own way if he had another 2 undoubtedly classic albums.
I would, you know what I would love? I would love if Kendrick did what J. Cole started to do later on, like in the past like 3 years, and doing these features and doing all this shit like that. I would love if he did that.
For real, for facts.
I would love if he did. And that's the only reason I might say I would put J. Cole over Kendrick is because of that type of shit. But because I love Born Center, right? And I like, what's the shit called? Forest Hills Drive. I like the last, I like the off-season shit. Because if I was to compare, like, what do I like better? Like, this is just me. Like, I don't know what everybody else like. I know everybody thinks that Good Kid, Mad City is certified classic, and it is. So, like, just me personally, if what I'd rather listen to for J. Cole, it'd be if I was to go on an island, like, hey, you're going to take one of these 2 albums, Born Center or Good Kid, Mad City, I'd take Born Center with me. That's just me. So, but like I said, that's why I got him ahead of him. And he's been doing the feature shit going crazy. I think Kendrick just got to do more like shit like that. And also because of me, I wouldn't put him there because like I don't look at Pimp Butterfly how niggas look at Pimp Butterfly. Like I just don't get it. It's that's how I look at it. But to be Kanye level and Drake level, they got to do a lot more to get to that level. To get to Wayne level, like you can't just drop one album and then be like, all right, I'm gone. Like, nah, you got to like, I don't know, you got to do a lot more.
Yeah, technically Wayne dropped 4 to 5 classic albums. Obviously Kanye got at least 3 to 5 classics.
When you say Kanye hasn't had a hit in forever, like that's like to me like mainstream hit. I'm talking about what
it's like Jordan on the Wizards.
It's like,
who cares?
Not even because it's not that, because even when I was listening to Donda, like bro, that shit got good ass records on there.
Yeah,
he might have had no hit records off there, but like
Jordan was still dropping niggas
crazy.
off.
Jonah was crazy. Like there had a lot of crazy records on Donda. They wouldn't. But I mean, Hurricane got nominated for a Grammy, and that, like I don't know, like
I'm pulling up Kanye albums now.
Like, bro, it's Kanye. What are we talking about? Because Cole only has 1 undeniable classic, and K-Dot has 2. I can say, so when you say undeniable classic, what's J. Cole's undeniable classic? Forest Hills Drive. Because I like personally me Born Sinner over Forest Hill Drive. Because
I think he got.
I give him 2. If it me, I'll give him 2. I'll give him 2. I don't know. Kanye's career's been on life support. Donda was one of the biggest albums of the year. What do you, Trail? You just come on. Like we gotta have a smart conversation at some point. Like Donda was one of the like we me and Bryce we know we was like shitting on Donda just because we trying to bring up CLB, but Donda was still like one of the biggest albums of the year when it came out.
Trying to.
Donda was
I get what you're saying though, but
Donda was a good album. So it's like to say his career's on life support when like that was still receptively people thought that was a good album, or at least
I give him 2 because even if you look at the hits on this album, you got Power Trip. Crooked Smile was I don't remember that was a big hit, but I remember Crooked Smile.
Crooked Smile was like it was one of those
on the way.
Yeah, they still play it on the radio right now.
Yeah, so when you talk about hits, he had 2 big hits, and then he got it was just a good album. So I give him 2 classics, just like I give Kendrick 2 certified classics in my mind. Like J. Cole ain't where he at for no reason.
Bro, Voluminati is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Voluminati, like who got the best? Man, Voluminati is crazy. I think, man, I'm just going.
Rich niggas go hard.
Let me tell you something. It ain't a bunch of news really to talk about, so I'm just popping off shit tonight. But like when you think about like Tuscan Leather, you think of like Voluminati. Does Kendrick have like an intro song that's like, this shit is crazy?
Let me look. Let me look.
Because I say Voluminati and I'll say Tuscan Leather.
I mean, we keep the family close pretty hard too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I just like Tuscan Leather to me is like Drake's best like first song. But I mean, Tuscan Leather is there. I want to give him 1,000,000 first songs, because we could do that. But
he got some of them. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. I'm looking at the track list. Shireen, aka Master Splinter. It wasn't bad. That's a good intro.
Oh, Blood. That's like a little. I mean, if you take DNA, like that's crazy, but like I don't know. Anyway, I'm just talking shit at this point. I'm just off on the thing.
But no, it's not a Tuscan Leather of Illuminati though.
Yeah, it's not Tuscan Leather. It's not.
But it's a Blood is the first song.
Yeah. No, thank you. Temporary music for real.
Yeah, DNA wouldn't count as a like first song. That hoe was a fucking like single.
Yeah. That's like starting off the album with a Hotline Bling. Well,
N95 is pretty N95 is a pretty hard intro.
Yeah, then they get shit delivered.
Oh, but now you funny. Untitled Grief is technically the first song on Kendrick shit.
Yeah, but those definitely ain't Illuminati and they not Tuscan Leather. So those are Friday. Listen, I ain't trying to shit on Kendrick, but those aren't Illuminati.
Let me look at Drake's first song. I ain't gonna lie, Drake got some first songs.
That ain't Illuminati and it's not Tuscan Leather, bro.
Was it Survival? That's a hard intro.
Bryce got weed maps on. I was like, that shit just drop off to a nigga door. And Trell, you did send me a lot of shit, but there's a lot of shit like, it's like a lot of shit. Like, all right, this happened, that happened. Like, all right, what the fuck I'm talking about that?
Sam Praying Poetry was cool. What's Take Care? What's Take Care? Take Care intro hard. What's that hoe? Is Look What You Done? Over My Dead Body. Yes, that hoe.
Over My Dead Body's the first song on that album?
Yes, that hoe hard.
Hey, that nigga cold nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a cold nigga right there. But off the Drake bandwagon, I just wanted to say that just to have a little conversation. I was in my top 3 intro just because sonically it sounds like top 3 intros of Drake or top 3 intros of like just anybody out ever.
Thank Me Later had Fireworks. That's
Fireworks is hard. Fireworks is hard. Fireworks is crazy. Yeah, Drake's got the intros, and he got the intros and the outros on. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, man. Let's what we got? What we got? What else we got on the list? Nipsey. We talk about Nipsey. Salute to Nipsey. Fuck his killer. I want to talk about this shit. No. Let's let the chat. What y'all want to talk? What y'all got? Because I got some topics. I got Boosie T.I. I got Karl Malone. I got I didn't know Kevin Hart had something going on in Egypt. I got that. Just wanted to talk to you about that. North Korea, Brandon Miller, the guy from Alabama who killed that person. Just tell me one topic and then we'll just roll into it. If y'all have something actual, like a topic, like a real topic to discuss. If not, we'll just hop into probably like Boosie T.I. or some shit like that.
Sierra get backlash.
Oh, yeah,
Tierra
that's crazy.
Mari.
Let me write that down.
Tierra Mari embarrassed her son with her little outfit she was trying to show off.
Oh, I seen that. Sierra. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. I ain't got time for this shit all night. Anyways, so you said Karl Malone's getting Karl Malone. So a lot of people were outraged this week because Karl Malone was a judge at the NBA All-Star Slam Dunk Contest. He also, which surprised me because LeBron's kind of like, he likes to be smooth with his shit. Took a picture with him and Kareem because obviously he's number 1, Kareem's number 2 now, and Karl Malone's number 3. So he did a little photo op with them. But people bring up once again, Karl Malone got a 12-year-old pregnant when he was 20. And then I see somebody that, and this is alleged. I don't know if the alleged, I don't think 12-year-old is alleged, but what I'm about to say, I think is alleged because I don't know if that's, I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. But they say he spun the block and got a 16-year-old pregnant and had twins with that one. So
that's crazy.
So do you think, what do you think about that as far as the NBA is concerned? Like, I get it. It's in Salt Lake City. It's in Utah. Karl Malone is who Karl Malone is. What do you think about that?
Well, I feel like the NBA
12, 13, damn near the same thing.
I feel like the NBA is allowed to ignore it because for whatever reason he don't have any charges, even though there was a DNA test done afterwards. I don't know if there's a what do you call that when time can run out and you can't get charged for it anymore? But statute of limitations. Maybe that's what it is. But I feel like the NBA can, basically. I don't know what you call that, but just like plausible deniability or just be able to deny it because what charges does he have? And that's at the end of the day, they're not gonna charge him. So if that's the case, I feel like he a legend and they're gonna be cool with covering that up. Which I mean, it's nasty. It's definitely nasty because
it's like hard to cover it up because we no, like it's like they know. So it's like he didn't get no charges, but it's like. If you do a nigga fuck the 12-year-old, it's like he didn't get charged for it. So I'm like, still like, if someone's like, all right, like I ain't gonna fuck with this nigga. Utah, y'all might love him, y'all might have him here, but like we ain't gonna do it. Especially when you hold all these other positions. That's my thing is when you hold all these other positions that you.
Oh, he still hold positions in NBA?
No, not him. I'm talking about like the NBA has stances on X. They got this morality here and here and here, but like this one, we don't really have morality on this one.
Well, I honestly feel like it's a part of their branding, and you got to think about, let's say, like Ben Roethlisberger, or even if to one of my favorite all-time, Peyton Manning, when something had been covered up for so long, you basically can be indicted for covering it up or not coming out about it. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of times that these people in the NFL already had prior information about that. Or prior conversations about that. So say this person now get in trouble, like say the NBA try to counsel this person or whatever, and it's in some type of paperwork or just there's some way that they could prove that this been a conversation. It's just, and they said they weren't gonna do nothing about it, or that even if they said they weren't gonna do nothing about it, the fact that could bring like some type of trouble to their brand because it's like, oh, y'all was trying to cover this up before it got big. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what they kind of want to stray away from because let's be real with Peyton Manning. I think that was not a big part of why he retired, but when he retired, that information had came back out about him allegedly raping someone in Tennessee, and it got quiet as fuck. Same with Ben Roethlisberger. Like
I didn't even know Peyton Manning had a thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Peyton Manning, hey, bro. Trust me, my favorite player of all time. I know. He had it was either rape allegations or something like that.
But I feel like on Peyton, man.
I feel like I feel like what the thing is like if you're gonna make this man the face of your league at one point, and you kind of
so he it was a sexual assault. He did some weird shit. Let me say what it alleges he did. It says the alleged incident happened back in 1996 when Manning was a 19-year-old student. Nawright claimed that the quarterback put his testicles and anus on her face while she was carrying out an examination on his foot. That's what they said he did. which is like weird shit.
That sound crazy as hell. That sound like some Deshaun Watson shit for real.
With his anus and his testicles on her face. Well, how do you even do that? If you're looking at my foot, did he like grab her head and like was he laying on his back? Like how did that work?
He teabagged her.
I guess, yeah. But that's a good point too. Like what Wardu said, like when I said my bad. Well, I said they hold these positions, right? Like with Kyrie, it was like this big deal because he was saying shit about Jews, but like Karl Malone, hey Carl, we fucked that 13-year-old girl back in 1983 and the 16-year-old, and it's whatever, bro. Come on out. We're gonna show you a good time. You're gonna be the dunk contest, you know what I'm saying, Judge? We good. Karl Malone responded to the shit. He was like, hey, this is my life. Y'all, I think the reason it's hard to get him too because he ain't really even hiding from it, and it's like he's not getting charged for it. He's not hiding from it, so it's like, what can you really do to him? What can you really technically do to him? So he don't really give a damn.
Yeah, and similar to what I'm talking about is how he fucked up and spelling my name, but it made me think about the Ray Rice situation and how they was gonna go through with him being able to play and everything, which because they basically everything was like the video didn't come out. Yeah. So they knew pretty much what had happened. But then when the video came out, or maybe they had already seen the video, something like I don't remember how it had came all out. They felt like, they had to back down because I'm talking about I don't remember if the NFL had already seen the footage or not, or did they see it after and then they tried to change it?
Well, they said they already had that footage. Well, they didn't say, but I said people saying they already had that footage.
That's
but
what
when it got
remember.
Released to the public, it's like,
yeah,
we can't have had this footage, seeing how he beat this girl, and then we gotta let him go. Yeah, he gotta go.
Yeah, but imagine he played for 13, 14 years after that. You know what I mean? And now it's like, y'all didn't like the fact that they corrected it a little late, but he ain't really play. It's like that's cool. But if you let this person, let's imagine Ray Rice become like the best running back of all time or some shit, and now he's the face. He's going to the Hall of Fame, and y'all been knew about this shit, and now it come out later. I feel like that's when they get into that cover up territory or try to not bring it up anymore because it'll make them look nasty because it's like the NBA the NBA be knowing all type of shit about you. The NFL be knowing all type of shit about these people. They constantly have people watching them, following them. So they knew about this shit for decades.
I get what you say. It's like if it happened in 1983, right? He went through a whole NBA career and they knew about it then. They didn't do shit then. Why are y'all really expecting them to do shit about it now? Like they already went through it. It's like y'all young motherfuckers want to rehash it. Because y'all, it's kind of new to y'all. Y'all didn't know about it. But like, bitch, if we cleared some shit up in not even cleared up, like I guess they was just cool with it back in the 1990s. Like, y'all want us to do something now?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
Which we already make them look bad. We'll make them look even worse.
Yeah, it looks bad. It's not good. And I don't think anybody asked Adam Silver about it. I don't think anybody asked a play. Like I would love to see a journalist like, so what do you think about Karl Malone judging the dunk contest? Like it's just to see what somebody say. Like just keep motherfuckers on their toes. Like bitch, I'm here to ask the real questions.
Yeah, it's definitely a nasty thing, but it just go to show once again how media plays its games. Like media been probably hearing about these rumors, but for whatever reason, it didn't benefit them to release these stories and make it a big thing. But let best believe if Karl Malone got on the wrong side of people's skin or upset an owner or wanted to hold out or wanted a max contract and didn't deserve it or some shit, that shit would have came out in the fucking heartbeat.
Also, this thing has been out, and it's one of those situations when you're famous that like it came out, nothing happened to you, and then like it gets used as a thing against you for the rest of your life. Like I said, that's some nasty shit. He a nasty ass nigga. But it's like, how many times you gonna bring it up and nothing's gonna happen? It's kind of how I feel about like Charlamagne the God and his thing that he had going on, where like it was inconclusive or he got like a lesser charge or whatever. It's like, all right, y'all gonna bring this shit up every time a nigga get like a big different. TV contract. Y'all gonna bring it up every time a nigga's like, y'all ain't do nothing then. They gonna do something every 2 years about this shit. Like, what we gonna do?
It's in that circumstance, it's nasty.
That's different because Karl Malone's actually like, there's a kid that's real, and that's like I know what you say is different. I'm saying it's like it's one of those things like. Obviously, Karl Malone don't give a fuck. Y'all keep talking about it. Ain't shit happen. He ain't going to jail. So it's like, what the fuck you want him to do?
Hey, man.
I guess you wouldn't hold the NBA accountable for bringing them on. That's what it is.
Never discount that documentary that might drop. Them hoes will get you out of here.
Them hoes will get you. R. Kelly was out here thriving and singing and going crazy. That doc drop, it was a wrap.
That's probably the scariest thing for Karl Malone because right now it's a small thing, but let Netflix feel like it's a market out there to release this or make a documentary on Karl Malone because they see the buzz that's around it right now. People see shit like that. Same with Andrew Tate. Let's be real. They don't deserve a fucking documentary right now. Like they just fucking started, but due to the controversy and certain things going on, them not being on the right side of the fence, they want to dock them. And I know that's a use for a different word, but same shit. So yeah.
That's should be the new phrase for it. They're gonna dock you. Better watch out. They're gonna dock you.
Yeah.
If you get docked, it might be because when you get docked, they do it in such a way that's just so convincing. It's like this got to be true. you could probably literally make a documentary about anything because there's a documentary about everything. There's probably a documentary about flat Earth that's like if you watch, you like, bro, they got everything they need because they're gonna give you everything to prove whatever they believe. That's what documentaries are for. So don't get docked. That's the worst thing to get like in like a good doc. Not like some bullshit YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these YouTube niggas too, they be doing some crazy docs on their own. So you don't want to get
I'm about to say the YouTube docs not great either.
You don't want to get docked by the Netflix.
It's this dude out there that be every time a significant YouTuber be scamming, they'll go in there and break it down.
CoffeeZilla.
Yeah, CoffeeZilla is his name. Like you don't want to get doxed by that nigga.
You don't get CoffeeZilla. Aiden Ross, he's a wild boy. I ain't gonna
Why
lie.
he canceled though?
Cause he posted a video. He was doing that IRL shit, and he was a cop. He was pointing the gun at the black dude, and he was like, "Put your hands up!" Like the black dude.
That shit funny, bro. Y'all
put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. And then he's resisting. He shot him. Bro, people's mad about that.
That shit is fucking hilarious, bro.
He had a white boy on the stream saying nigga, nigga, nigga. People ain't like that.
Okay, you wild.
He showed porn on his stream because he's on that new Kick shit. He pulled up Pornhub.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
but I mean that's childish behavior. The nigga shit is ridiculous, especially when you hang around all these black people.
That's what my thing. Like if you hanging around like the Castanedas, the Ure, like these black guys, and you're kind of like. In the way you got big essentially was like rapper shit, with having rappers on your stream and being around the black people. For you to get a white boy on your stream going nigga, 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 that's kind of if I was one of them, I'd be looking at you kind of crazy. Like
it shows a lack of respect for sure, bro.
What's going on? Like you use this kind of like culture platform to build you up to make you look cool. Because like I said, he go ahead of white people. White people fuck with him, but hanging with the black guys and shit, it make you look cool, right? So. You got all this doing all this shit, and then you bring white boys on there saying nigga, nigga, nigga. You showing them, you laughing like we gotta look at you a certain type of way.
I agree.
So that's the thing. But when they tie that nigga, nigga, nigga shit with kind of like when people look at you playing with the Black Lives Matter police brutality shit, they tie those two things together. Oh, you don't fuck with black people for real. That's why they look at it like you laughing at police brutality. You playing with the shit, right?
I can see that.
And even with the porn shit, I seen somebody made a clip about this nigga with the porn shit. He was literally a month ago like, we need to ban hot tub streamers. They're promoting porn to the children. And then you get on your platform with nothing but kids pulling up Pornhub. It's like, what are we talking about, bro? I think that nigga he's in like a identity crisis.
Yeah, but
like he in identity crisis mode. Like he want to be a part of the Andrew Tate shit, but he also want to be like a cringy young kid and like he don't know what the fuck he want to do.
Yeah, nah, he's
trapped. Bro. He's trapped as being like a caricature for his audience. He doesn't know what to do. He's just doing. And also, you know what I think he's doing? He's at this point, he's just creating conversation around this stuff because he wants people to come to Kick. He wants that new streaming shit to look like the biggest shit. So he'll do whatever. Like he'll just start doing all this. Like think about that. To like 13 and 14-year-old little kids who watch streamers, if you say, Aiden Ross is showing porn on his stream, what the niggas gonna do? Them little horny niggas gonna go watch his stream. Like I'm gonna go watch. Like that's what I'm gonna do. Weird. But that's the economy of the internet, which, like I said,
dead ass.
But like I said, the weird thing to me is like people like Aiden be so successful already and where they're at. Why do they tend to like crash out? Like I don't know if this is gonna be like a crash out for him. I don't know what's gonna happen, like what the end of this looks like. But it's just weird to see that people at a certain level and they like intentionally try to crash out.
Well, I think Andrew Tate hit it on the head with him and the Logan Paul kind of thing. It's like, I don't really know why you're famous, and he said it as a joke, but when you really think about the what do you really bring to the table besides just, like you said, being an NPC to the chat, essentially? Like, outside of that, it's pretty much playing to the crowd. So you're not really a person. You don't really think for yourself. So at the end of the day, I feel like they be knowing that and they be feeling that. And that's why they keep doing little dumb shit to sell themselves, on that level. Cause honestly, like, they don't have that creativity and they know it. They don't feel it. So they do little, what do you call that? Gig, or like, I forgot what they not mimic. It's not mimicky, but gimmicky shit.
Yeah.
To get fame or to keep fame, because they don't feel like they could just. Honestly, it's sad, but they don't feel like they can just cut on the string and just be entertaining, bro. Yeah. Like they just can't play the game, be entertaining. Can't just react and be entertaining. They got to go above and beyond. And it speaks to how he got on in the first place. For instance, like, what's this dude name? Mr. Beast. He used to do little dumb shit. Like, he'll count to
100,000. Yeah, say
like,
Logan Paul 1,000,000 times. Like, just do.
And that, like, that's what. Imagine if he would have just kept doing that. Like, what would he would have be like? But he changed it up and shit like that. Versus, Aiden is like, you came off doing gimmicky shit. You came off doing like, I'm gay. Yeah,
I got rappers on. I act gay.
How can I troll the world or some shit like? And it's like, for him, it's like for him to get better, I feel like he thinking, how can I one up my troll? And it's like, it's just how lame they really is, bro. But you watching, you show up every week, and your name,
he be at every stream,
and my name in your mouth every stream. So it's something about me.
They tried
even if you hate me, that's entertainment, nigga.
They tried to cancel that Kai Cenat nigga too. They tried to cancel him because he had a white girl on there say, "Nigga, please." Who thinks these guys are funny? Like, bro,
I mean, they're not. Honestly,
the white girl said, "Nigga, please."
They funny for their age group. They funny for who they are. I respect them for who they are in the lane they created. But when we talk about real comedy, when we talk about shit that's really entertaining, even Kai, he's more creative, and he's actually, I think, an entertainer from his dancing to, like, he got some bravado about it.
It's a physical thing where he's moving around. He feel the energy, like, it just feels like good. Like, I feel like if you're a kid, right? I mean, even like people in their early 20s that maybe like that shit, like, to go to a stream like Kai Cenat's probably like just like you ain't gonna hear about no politics shit. You ain't gonna hear about it's just a good time when you hear watching this nigga shit. That's what his stream is, I would assume. That's white girl saying nigga please, like a D friend. Well, I don't like that doy friend. I don't like doy friend. But anyways, but salute to Kai, man. He just surpassed 200,000 Twitch subscribers. I ain't gonna lie, that whole going live for 28 days straight, all day, all night, cameras all around your house. I don't know if that's ever been done on Twitch. I know people have done like long ass streams as far as like sitting in front of their computer, but to have like reality show type shit going on all over the place, I don't know if that's ever been done before because I'm not like a big Twitch guy, but you gotta salute him for that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I doubt it.
That shit's crazy.
He's definitely creative. Crazy. He's more creative than Aiden by far, but even to a degree. When we talk about some of the stuff that
Aiden Ross is like what you feel about Eminem. Like, he's just white and he just get the accolade just for being white.
Yeah, to a lesser degree.
And then, but as far as entertainment goes, there's other guys who are more entertaining that you like more. But since Aiden's white, he'll be bigger than whoever.
Yeah, but even then, I still don't. I understand why Eminem famous. I really don't understand Aiden Ross. But yeah, I don't know.
Kai is literally only entertaining streaming on Twitch. Y'all fuck with academics on Twitch, man? That y'all niggas was like chat niggas and shit like that. Y'all fuck with academics. You not entertaining to y'all?
No, sometimes he is.
Yeah. I be having Bryce about to cry on the stream. I be having Bryce about to. He put that twice. Aiden Ross just pearly things on Twitch streamers. Not even XQC has his following. But you gotta think XQC is bigger, like, pause consistently, right? But I don't understand streaming shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when I think of people who I watch stream, I watch like niggas do podcasts live. Like, I watch like Patrick Bet David. Like I watch shit like that. Like when I'm watching niggas live, like I want to hear niggas actually talking about shit, right? I watch no jumper shit sometimes, but that's because I just gotta find some crazy shit they're gonna do to talk about. But and like a nigga like XQC, when I watch him or when I see clips of him, I don't understand what niggas is watching. I don't get it. I don't get what's entertaining about it. I just genuinely don't. I don't know, but that's.
Did he used to play games and stuff?
I think he did, but like even still, like I don't even really watch niggas play games. I watch you play games. So I like to laugh at you, but like that's it. But I guess they like to laugh at them, you know. But you know.
Nah, I feel like it'll probably be the gaming stuff and. Just
Academics
the
is bigger than Twitch.
Doing
Academics ain't bigger than Twitch. Come on,
man. I think at that level, bro, it's not about the entertainment. It's about the consistency and sometimes even the quality.
Yeah.
At that level, if I'm being honest. And they also know the algorithm. The algorithm is them. Like they fit it perfectly. They're not going to offend the wrong people. They're not going to be too outrageous in the wrong way. So they're gonna fit all the cultural like trends that's like suitable for society. So it's perfect for them. It's perfect for them.
Act Twisher is way more entertaining his dry ass podcast. What the fuck? Academics doesn't need Twitch. He literally gets 10K viewers concurrent stream. When you say something's bigger than Twitch, it's like he's not the biggest nigga. That's how when I read that, when I hear you say he's bigger than Twitch, I read it as like he the biggest nigga. And they're bigger niggas on Twitch. That's
like Joe Rogan's bigger than Spotify.
Yeah, Joe Rogan to me is bigger than Spotify. That's what when you say that, that's what I hear when you say that. Yeah. But
Castanet. My bad. I mean, I honestly, you can say Ack is bigger than.
No, Academics, the brand is not bigger than Twitch. The brand, like, come to the word, like, no, it's that's like saying a nigga bigger than YouTube. Like,
only reason I say that because hip hop bigger than Twitch, and Ack is in hip hop.
But he's not bigger than hip hop, so it's like.
But he wanted to see. He wanted to synonymous.
Nigga, all right, like I fuck with that. I fuck like this. We gonna say nigga bigger than
my
Twitch.
thing is, Castanet isn't bigger than Twitch, but he's the biggest Twitch person. But DJ Academics is bigger than Kai.
To who?
Hip hop. More people know DJ Academics than they know Kai.
Says who? Jim Jones put Castanet as one of the best podcasts of the year. What I was gonna say? He's bigger than who? This nigga get 100,000 people watch every stream. Like, come on, not bigger. Like, maybe to like, I don't know.
Yeah, bigger. I see what you're saying with the word bigger, but
yeah, like bigger.
I think he has more of an impact than like.
You think Castanet has more of impact, or Academics has more of an impact than hip hop? Yeah, I would, because he reports the news. Like, he's the niggas rappers talk about. He's the, you know, I understand that, but I think when you talk about big overall, maybe, you know, I don't think Kosh is a podcast either. Obviously, I don't know why Jim Jones put him in there as a podcast. That didn't make sense to me.
Trolling.
He just threw that nigga in there. I think he just seen a black guy who was talking. He said, "Fuck it, that's a podcast. Throw him in there. It's a podcast."
Yeah, Blueface on there.
Schultz interviewing presidents of countries and Stephen A. Smith. Hey, Schultz be on the shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, who's bigger, Andrew Schultz or Academics?
Well,
who do you think is more famous?
I would say Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz is more famous. I'm just trying to get a gauge of how famous you think.
Andrew Schultz been on national TV for a minute, syndicated TV. Like, it's hard to argue that one.
And also, it's hard for me to. It's hard to also bet against people who actually like sell physical like things. Like, it's easy to come and watch a nigga like on this type of shit. Like when you got motherfuckers selling out like shit, like actual arenas and venues, is like
definitely different. Yeah,
Word says Academics is bigger.
If Ack have a live podcast, it ain't gonna be many people as Andrew Schultz stand up.
And when I say bigger, like you said, it's two different industries. I'm just saying like who's bigger, like, you know, who's
Andrew Schultz can travel around the world.
No capping it off like, oh well, this is hip hop and this is comedy. Just like who's bigger, like who? If people's out more, who do you think more people would know? That's all I'm asking.
Schultz for sure.
Andrew Schultz.
Even black people know Andrew Schultz.
Okay. So what? Okay, this is some, like I said, there ain't really too much shit to talk about. So, what level of fame would you put like Academics at? Like a level of fame globally?
Globally, he's like D tier. American, he's about C. And
hip hop, he's an A.
hip hop, he's a B, but his place in hip hop makes him like hip hop so big.
I would say just because of his notoriety, he has to be A-list in hip hop because everybody knows him. Rappers mention him like he might not be liked, but just being like known.
I consider him. He could be.
Everybody knows that nigga, but like when you say A-list, you think of like Drake. So it's like, do you put that nigga's A-list? But as a personality, he got to be like.
I mean, Drake fuck with him.
He one of the big. Yeah, true. Drake.
He got all the connections of all the top niggas.
Yeah, true.
He's like the Stephen A. He's like the Stephen A.
True. So you had to put him in. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to gauge what people think. About
so when I say C, I'm thinking like as far as like the world or America, where's Soulja Boy? Like,
yeah, most Americans wouldn't know who DJ Academics is. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And we talking about fame because when you think of Andrew Schultz.
When you think of A-list celebrities, you think of Kanye's, you think of Drake's, you think of Beyonce's. You think of B-list celebrities,
Joe Rogan.
When you think of B-list celebrities, you think of like people just semi-famous, kind of like maybe an actress has been in a couple movies here and there and shit like that. I get your reason. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like right now, who's more famous? Taking their whole legacy, even though this dude ain't been there, is nowhere near as long. The dude that's playing Kang. That all these black women are liking right now and falling out of over. I forget his name.
I know you're talking about Jonathan Major.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. Or
he's more famous than Academics. He's more famous than Academics. He's got to be. Like he's fucking Avenger. I mean, he's not Avenger, but he's in a Marvel movie. He's in Creed. He's got to be more famous.
That's what I'm saying. So, and he ain't been around that long, and I consider him like B tier.
And even what Ward was saying, Kai, Speed, and Aiden are in the Academics tier, but like. They're pulling in more. They can go live and they pull in more people. So how could you not like when you look at Speed, like he gained 10 million so quickly? How could you not say they're more famous?
Right now, who's bigger, Fresh and Fit or Act?
I say Academic. I say Academic.
Streaming numbers. Are we going off streaming numbers?
Academics is pulling in big numbers when he stream. Like Warder said, he'll get 10,000. Yeah, if especially he can pull in some numbers. And you got to think about this too. It's just him. So compare to this. Compare Fresh and Fit, just them two niggas talking on the stream. Not with no women around, not the drama, just them niggas.
Yeah, I mean that's I get that argument, but I would say their whole content in general. Put their whole content in general.
Because you gotta look at this. With Academic, when he was doing the Tory Lanez shit, that nigga was pulling like 40, 50,000 people.
I mean, I feel you could say the same about Aiden. Put just Aiden stream by himself versus when he still do like 50, 60. Okay. All right.
He still do like 50, 60.
What about who was bigger? Kevin Samuels
still do like 50, 60.
Or Ack?
At Kevin Samuels' peak, Kevin Samuels was way more famous than Academics. When Kevin Samuels was popping, he was more famous. In Ward, I think a lot of people know Academics, but I do like you can't discount that. Like, iShow Speed has 12 million, 13 million YouTube subscribers. Like what are we talking about? 13 million? Do you think there's a world where Academics is doing what Academics does, can get 200,000 Twitch subscribers like Castanet and give people to? And it's different content, so it's hard to like Castanet isn't there talking about hip hop every fucking day. So it's different. That's different
part of the game. It's a part of the game.
Yeah, I get it. It's different
because Joe Rogan
just talk about everything. He can get them fucking numbers. But like they're more famous than him. Like that. Come on, iShow Speed's more famous than Academics.
Who's more famous, Charlamagne or DJ Academics? Charlamagne. Yeah, Charlamagne for sure.
Charlamagne.
What about like the dude from Hot 97, that black dude that's like
Ebro? Academics is more famous than Ebro.
Okay. I'm trying to find people in his lane.
He's more famous than Adam 22.
Yeah, he's definitely more famous.
He's more famous than Adam 22.
Is he more famous than? Even though he rap, is he more famous than Nori?
You know it ain't. See, I'm not a 90s Nori nigga, so I don't know how many people.
But right now with his right now with Drink Champs and shit like that.
I feel like he's more spoken about. Yeah, I think he's more name. I feel like he's more name recognition.
Mm.
Without them SBEing the thoughts, they wouldn't be over 250 subs. Oh, you talking about Fresh and Fit?
What about Million?
Because like even like, do you think Fresh and Fit are actually like just them two, or do you think they're entertaining? Like them two, like just them two?
Yeah, what they bring to the table.
You think they're entertaining? Like,
just them two.
Like, if they stop bringing bitches on, just them two every day, do you think that'd be a show that would have longevity?
Yeah, for sure.
You think so? I'm just asking.
It's a red pill content. People gonna fuck with them regardless. Like if they're just doing reactions and stuff.
I'm talking about like what they. I'm talking about the level they are. Would it decrease by significantly?
I don't know. Mediocre tutorials be doing numbers, and he just do reactions by himself pretty much. But only reason I don't want to discount it because them having that format is a part of like what made them big. Just like Kai streaming 48 hours or having Blueface on the channel. It's like. That's a part of their overall brand. And DJ Academics try to do that. He try to hop in that lane because he see how lucrative it is. But at the end of the day, he sticks to streaming, and that's his strong suit. And at the end of the day, he get a cap. He like to talk about other people's caps. He love to talk about Kevin Samuels' cap and wants a cap on that. We could talk about his caps as well versus why Fresh and Fit may not ever have a cap. Because at the end of the day, fucking, let's be real. Judge Judy on every day. Maury still on every day. That type of content been on for 30, 40 years. And it's repetitive as fuck. But people like it for whatever reason.
Bro, I see some Asian. I gotta give Fresh Fit their credit. They've created a wave like of this whole like sit down and talk to women and talk to niggas about relationships and that are like that may have been going on forever, but as far as like on the internet with like 12 people doing whatever the hell they do, like they kind of I've never seen it before them. So like I said, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I see some Asian niggas on TikTok doing it. And I ain't never heard no Asian niggas talking to women about sex. And I'm like, what the fuck? What these Asian niggas talking about? They was doing the whole shit like, you think you have value? I'm like, bro, all right. Every nigga got, all right, bro. They gonna have a 15 podcast talking about the same shit or with the same type of thing. You gotta find something that's like, you know, at least just prayer things. It's kind of like new. It's like some white woman doing it. Like that's a new, I guess Asian niggas doing it is a new like wrinkle into it. Cause like who would ever expect the Asian community to have their own Fresh and Fit? But you know,
bro, you could say the same thing about romance novels and shit like that. There's a million people writing a new romance novel, a movie. It's gonna always be a space for more, bro. People say, "Oh, are we tired of the superhero shit?" You can say it, but guess what? There's gonna be another superhero movie coming for the next decades. Like that just is what it is. That's a part of our culture. Like it's never gonna go away.
I mean, we the millionth podcast. So I ain't gonna lie, we like an OG podcast, low key. We like started like 2014, like that was before niggas was really getting into the shit. I ain't gonna lie. The same way King Sid started the Smash or Pass shit. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I guess like Smash or Pass, like that.
Well, it'll be two people. There'll be a line of men and women standing.
Oh, and then like the side men got like they little shit, like they kind of like mimic off that type shit.
Say it again.
Like how now the side men, the niggas in UK, they got like their little thing they do. It's like that.
Oh yeah, but it's just one dude and it's a bunch of girls.
It's 20 girls.
It's the same thing.
Oh, the same shit.
Essentially. Okay. Excuse me.
Okay. People really want to change the hoes in the house.
Good time to transition.
Where we going?
Either the Sierra or the Tiara Mari. But I want to talk about Tiara Mari because we kind of talked about it before. How you feel about her trying to like show herself off and stuff fresh out the marriage? Do you feel like that's appropriate? Do you feel like that's a common behavior? Like, did you see that and feel any type of way about that?
No, I didn't even see. I don't know what she do.
You didn't see the I probably can pull it up real quick. I'll show y'all. Give me a second. But it just showed to me how like it talk about the red pill time. You talk about how
here we go.
How women could get bored in a relationship and or think they got better options outside of their relationship. And when they get outside of it, it don't be as good as they think it is. For instance, Lala with Carmela Anthony, she ended up kind of talking about that recently. But I feel like she is showing some of them same that same energy of like maybe she thought she had something better, which made her look at her relationship a certain type of way and thinking maybe. But
her and that nigga been like broken up for a while now though.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing that, but I think it go all into that like her talking about look at me on the graduation and stuff like that. Like she graduated from this marriage, and I don't know. Like I said, when I seen that, it just showed me like, it looked like it was just perfect red pill.
Are you saying you shouldn't marry black men? Black women should marry white men? What you saying?
I gotta find that. Here we go. Damn, I ain't gonna be able to.
This nigga way back in Narnia trying to show us a video on his phone. Maybe she's doing a skit. I don't know what she's doing. She's like, is that a skit?
I think she has her own like TV show or whatever.
Oh. But I don't know. I don't know shit about her, but we can talk about the Sierra shit because that's kind of like that's just funny. Cause like when you married, like music is music, right? Music is music, so it's like you can express yourself in any way. But like you gotta know in 2023 when you married happily with Russell Wilson and you got this Sierra's prayer and you got all this shit, and you can talk about the independent woman, da shit. People gonna get on your ass. Like it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. He said, "Please replace Bryce. Get off that man dick, Trail. God, you got to say you got to get some new jokes every week or something. You got to get some new sauce. You got to like spice it up a little bit."
Trail, the rodeo coming here. You should join it, bro. Good, how good you be riding dick.
Oh man,
you gotta come join the rodeo, man. He probably win something.
So Flying Low says that black women should marry white men because they good men and black men are not. She should have knew better than marrying that black man. That's crazy. I thought you was like whatever you was. You know, I thought you was like a Dr.
You talking
Umar.
about Tia Mari? She married a church going fellow. What were you talking about?
He was black though. That's what he's. I ain't looked that clip that shit. He said that. I don't know nothing about. I don't know who the nigga is. I didn't know he's an actor, but I don't know him.
That nigga said you're more white. You're good though.
Anyways, and replace him with who? You fuck out of here, Trail. Anyways, Sierra, all the independent woman shit, it ain't gonna go for you. It ain't gonna go well for you. People kind of buy into the narrative now. Y'all just pushing narratives. Y'all trying to break up the black family. Bitch, you married. Talk about having a great relationship. Talk about having a husband. Talk about your children. Don't try to brainwash these women with your music no more. It ain't gonna work. It's 2023. You married. Sing about that. Even though you might make whatever amount of money you make, Russell Wilson make $40 million a year. He's paying all the goddamn bills. And you on the sideline watching that nigga play. Like, who's more famous, Russell Wilson or Sierra?
I mean, Russell Wilson, he in the NFL.
Okay. I'm just trying to see I'm just checking your temperature. I'm just checking your temperature. I'll definitely come to the rodeo. I know I love putting cows out the pasture. Bryce. Okay. Anyways, he was thinking that. He's like, what do I say? Like, all right. Anyways,
but I'm wondering is there like an insight in her how she really feels? Does she really feel like she still is independent woman that don't need somebody, or you think she's trolling?
They know what sells. Like niggas know talking about killing people sells. Like they know murder music sells. So like for women, fucking nigga, get the job. Like that's what sells. If Sierra's like, I love my husband, I love my marriage, like, bitch, get out of here, pick me, fuck, I don't want to hear that shit.
She could be way more creative than that.
It don't matter. It's somehow being in love and marriage. They don't hear that shit. They don't hear independent. We don't need a nigga. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, I love my husband. So
I think she gonna Giselle that nigga.
She gonna what?
Giselle that nigga.
What that mean?
Like how she did Tom Brady, how Giselle did Tom Brady.
Nah, she's sticking with Russ. She ain't going nowhere.
Once he retire,
she ain't Giselle. Giselle like a $50 million a year. She was making more money than Tom Brady. Like she was the breadwinner over there. I mean, Tom Brady was Tom Brady, but she was still the breadwinner at her house.
Yeah, money wise, but not brand wise.
I mean, I guess depending on what world you in.
Right, Tom Brady a way bigger brand than Giselle.
I don't know.
Come on,
don't know.
Bro. There's only one Tom Brady. There's only one Tom Brady.
She's the most famous model in the world. What's her name? Giselle.
And there'll be another famous. There'll be another
quarterback. Then we got Patrick Mahomes now. There'll always be another quarterback.
There'll never always be another Tom Brady.
You don't Patrick Mahomes on the way. It'll always be another nigga. It'll always be another quarterback. It'll always be another quarterback.
Nah, not like Tom Brady.
Giselle Bündchen is the most
Tom Brady
famous.
got 7 rings, my boy. You crazy if you think somebody getting that.
Chanel, she's been the highest paid model since 2001. She is one of the most powerful women in the world, according to Forbes. I don't know. Is Tom Brady one of the most powerful men? I don't know. I see him on the Forbes list. I don't fucking know.
Tom Brady bigger than him.
I don't know. I'm not in the fashion world. I don't know who's bigger. I don't know. Maybe in America. I don't know. Every niggas don't watch American football. I don't know.
They know who Tom Brady is.
I don't know. The women. There's more women in the world. So more women might know Giselle Bündchen.
And they know who Tom Brady is.
But they don't give a fuck about him. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's say she making 30 million.
I think these older
Jeez.
women going outside right now. Being honest.
These older women what?
Going outside right now.
Why? Maybe she's like, this nigga fucking care about this football bullshit more than his family.
Oh, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about Sierra.
You're talking about Sierra. Giselle like a school librarian. She mid. Bray literally did to himself. So it's wrong when she pandering, but just Pearly is just fine for Bryce. Just say you hate black women, Bryce. Comparing a goat to a bitch named Gazelle is just nasty. I'm just saying, like in her world, and like in his world, he Tom Brady. In her world, she Gazelle. I don't know, Giselle, whatever her name is.
The funny part about Flying Low is like he act like I crucified Sierra. I ain't even really get into shit about the song. Like I ain't really said nothing about it. Really,
you never gonna get off the Just Pearly thing. And once that nigga seen you was a fan of Just Pearly, he's like,
I'm not even a fan. Yeah, like I watch her shit. This was crazy. Like
that nigga was watching that Just Pearly. She was like, actually, you know what? Flying Low, the way she said that, she makes sense.
That nigga funny, bro.
Anyways, fuck all that. Let's get to Boosie T.I. Let's get to snitchy shit. Let's get to snitches. So, did you see this Boosie T.I. shit?
I got into a little bit of it.
So T.I. say snitch on his dead cousin. Everybody was calling him a snitch. He's a rat, dumb. Like hip hop now is like brother, we're we're about to be 3 months into 2023, and there's been at least from what I follow on social media, maybe I follow the wrong on social media. There's been like no significant communication about music whatsoever in hip hop at all. Like no album that nigga dropped has been a topic of conversation for longer than a day. Like. No music has been topic of conversation. We're about to be 3 months into 2023. Think about that. It's been who's a snitch, who's snitching. That's it. Hip hop dead, man. I ain't gonna lie. These niggas gotta start dropping music. Somebody gotta come in and say, like, the musical side, somebody gotta come in and say that part. The conversation is there. It's all about bullshit or whatever. Like, who's a snitch? He's a rat. That's just boring. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like y'all send me Trail send me that YSL Woody guy. Like we know these niggas snitching. Like what else do we have to say about this? Like what other conversations can we have? Like why are these niggas not dropping music? That's what I'm confused about. Why are niggas not dropping music?
Who you want to drop though?
Shit, any big nigga. Pause.
They dropped last year. A lot of niggas dropped last year.
Hey, keep it going. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep going.
I ain't gonna lie. Rap do feel a little dead though.
We're 3 months into this year. You tell me. Y'all tell me in the chat. What album have y'all listened to this year? What's the best album of 2023 so far? What's the best song that came out in 2023 so far? Mind you, we're about 3 months. We're about to be to the 3rd month of the year. Travis Scott say, I'm not gonna drop Utopia until Don Toliver, who gives a fuck, Sofago, who gives a fuck, and whoever, Sheck West, who gives a fuck, drop the album. And no disrespect to them, but like, who gives a fuck about them? Drop Utopia. I've been listening to Pussy and Millions. Travis Scott, drop Utopia. He said Big Sean. I fuck with Big Sean. Do something. Like Drake just dropped, so I ain't really saying Drake. J. Cole, you didn't drop shit last year. Where's J. Cole at? Moneybagg Yo ain't had a big year since 2021. Where he at?
This shit kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie.
Like where these niggas at?
Where some young niggas at? Like actually good though.
Don Cannon just said Uzi got 680 songs. Nigga, where you? I get it. I just want to rock. I take the L. I just want to rock. I get it. Like I get it. It's still going. I take the L. But like, we keep talking about snitches. Everything's just the YSL case, the Exodus attachment, Keem. I ain't gonna lie. If they album good enough, they could drop. I ain't gonna lie to you at this point. At this point, they could drop. Ray Shrimmer came back, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even heard that shit. I listened to a Polo G and Future record today that dropped on the 17th. It was pretty good. And Polo G is one of like the new rising guy. Like, I don't feel like nobody's talking about that shit. It was pretty good, Future and him, but like, Gunna spotted out in public. Like, who gives a fuck? He told already. Like, who cares? Like the conversations like that's boring. Like that whole snitch shit to me is boring. Like, all right, bro. This new guy, Wild So Woody, y'all knew he was a snitch last year. I guess the video just came out, but like, y'all knew he snitched last year. That's all. And I've been saying that. I already knew that. When I said niggas was more focused on watching streamers and doing this. And like, I'm not a big NLE Chopper fan, right? I just keep seeing this nigga on Constant stream. Get in the studio, nigga. I keep seeing this nigga on Constant stream. Get in the studio. Like, is music not sustainable enough for y'all? Like, maybe y'all good. I don't know.
It's kind of a sad state of hip hop right now.
Like, bro,
it feel heavy. Like, what do you call it when a basketball team is like top? It feel real top heavy. Like outside of
it's only like the big top people drop. It's like but like everybody else is like.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's like to like the culture now. Like, let's say like when somebody dropped that's young that deserve to be like notarized, do we not do a good job of putting that person out there?
Maybe,
or are we putting too much trash out there? Like what's going on? Because I know it's music being dropped that's good, but I feel like just like the outlets of receiving it just ain't the same no more.
Maybe the media, maybe we doing a bad. Maybe the media. That's why I brought the Polo G. Like, hey, I listened to Polo G record today or 2 days ago, y'all. It was a great record. Him and Future. Y'all should go listen to that shit. Maybe it's not enough of that. And maybe just like people just want to hear about the Young Thug shit. The same shit for the 15th time, like the same little update. Like, or hey, Jay Prince and them. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's what people want to hear.
I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like people don't care about music no more though. Cause even to like the biggest songs that be going big right now be like TikTok based songs.
Yeah. Like what else I listened to recently? I listened to this song with speaking of Don Toliver. Don Toliver dropped a song with Glover and Lil Durk. I liked it, but it's not. I don't hear nobody talking about the shit. I mean, I thought it was good. But I don't know. Maybe people waiting. Maybe the music industry knows something that we don't know. I don't fucking know. Lil Yachty's album was horrible because he was on it. I tried to. I ain't gonna lie. You know what the biggest? You know what? Let me tell you this. And this ain't gonna be controversial. I'm not mad I was right. I was making a statement. Like I'm just telling you I'm right about it. But it's just sad that that's the case. Well, not sad because I do a podcast. I like my podcast to be bigger than music. But regardless, you want to know? I don't think this is controversial. And this is based off the push, based off what I'm seeing, based off the noise around this person. You want to know who the MVP of hip hop is so far in 2023?
Who?
Everybody just put a guess in the chat. And it's just off what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing on TikTok and bullshit and social media. Whose name has been spoken the most so far in 2023?
Uzi?
Drum roll. Ice Spice. She's been the most, like, from what I'm seeing, blogs, streaming numbers. She got 20 million fucking listeners on Spotify. She got a song that's number 4 on the Billboard, whatever. Ice Spice is the most talk. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
No,
Gorilla, that was last year.
You're not
21 Savage, that was last year. I'm talking about 2023. Because she dropped an EP this year. That little shit she got with that girl, Pink Panthers, I hear, it doesn't matter. That boy's a liar. Then he on my dun whatever the fuck she's saying that song. I keep hearing about Ice Spice.
I know I rap did.
I keep hearing about Ice Spice.
They let women be the leader of rap the last year and so, and it's just been slowly getting drained of the trash shit. That's what I think is going on. Because instead of putting some real people up there that deserve it, they trying to force Ice Spice up there, just like they did with a few other trash people. But I think I'm starting to blame the industry on this one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's who they choose to put up there, bro. There's no reason why Ice Spice should be in the front of fucking topic, bro. But she fit the algorithm of the dumb shit right now, so let's make her look big. Bro, she's fucking trash. Stop it. She's the epitome of ass, bro. We've had too many good women that can rap to even act like Ice Spice deserves
She's make
to be
catchy
in this
songs.
conversation.
She's make catchy songs. That's all you need to do. You make catchy songs. He on my dun 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 dun. Whatever fuck she was saying on that song. That boy's a liar. You don't like her move? I go like this so hard. I go like Bikini Bottom. But maybe it's hard because like, what's out there for me to compare it to? I don't know. What am I comparing it to? He keeps texting, I'll leave him on scene. Hottest bitch on, they know what I mean. Like, keep it a stack. Bitches move on because they know I got bands. Come on, man. She checked that shit. Gangsta boo. She the biggest. I don't know if she's the biggest artist. You know, like she's like, you know, obviously not as big as, you know, Cardi B. But like from who I just see people talking about, and then this thing. What I'm saying, like with Ice Spice, they're talking about her music. Like they talk about her ass and like her whatever, but like, they're promoting her music. People reacting to her music, her song, her verse. Like that's the biggest artist so far in 2023. If 2023 ended today, Ice Spice would be the MVP of rap for 2023.
I'm not a rap fan anymore.
I'm just saying. That's what it be. That's why I don't listen to difference.
Why are you worried about my hips, Trail? You gay as fuck.
You can't even see this man hips. Bryce shakes his hips to this while no one's around. Now, Wardu definitely does. Wardu definitely does.
Wardu be twerking like, in his bed.
Yeah, nigga wilding out. Throw that Spice on. That nigga be tripping. But like she did. So far, she did MVP 2023. I don't see nobody as far as musically, because they talking about the Gangsta Boosie with Lil TJ, The Boys a Liar Part 2, In Her Mood, like obviously Munch, Bikini Bottom that she came out last year, but like even that Princess Diana shit, like now maybe what you said about media, maybe her, and it's what you this what a label's supposed to do for you. They supposed to promote you, like, you know, she got the look, like, you know, niggas like her, she got a big ass, whatever, like they don't want to look at it, but like they're also like putting her music in there too. Like, hey, listen to her music too. Like, yeah, she got an ass on there, but like, here's the music. Make TikToks about the music. Like, you know.
I feel like I'm in some like fake world.
Because even like when I'm looking at, when you look at hip hop new releases, let me just ask you this: hip hop new releases. Have you heard any of these songs? No Time Wasted featuring Future Polo G.
I don't think so.
No 808s featuring Vori, A Boogie.
I don't think so.
Leave the Club, Don Toliver featuring Lil Durk and Glorilla.
I think I have.
Work, Key Glock.
No, for sure not.
Ken Carson, Central C dropped something. Kevin Gates dropped a song called Breakfast. Have you even heard about that song?
I might have heard that one. I got it.
So it's like
I'm not gonna know the names by heart for sure.
But definitely, out of all these songs, Ice Spice has been spoken about the most. They tried to fake like put that Lil Yachty shit out there. Like the Lil Yachty shit was so great. Like I don't know why. Like Lil Yachty got mad. They gave his album a 6. It's like, bro, the instrumentals on the production on Lil Yachty shit sounded good, right? But what do you mean? Didn't Lil Durk drop in the first quarter? What do you mean nobody drops in the first quarter? What are you talking about? Let's see. Albums, hip hop albums.
Yeah, I heard that Kevin Gates song, but
so nobody drops albums in the first quarter. Who dropped? Gunna dropped DS4 when the year first started last year. That was a big, thing, big movement, big pushing P. He was a winner at the beginning of the year. The Weeknd dropped Don FM. Your boy Corday dropped, right? Earl Sweatshirt dropped. NBA YoungBoy dropped Colors. NLE Chopper versus Me. Rick Ross dropped Richer Than I Ever Been, even though it's deluxe. Boom. Who we got? Kodak Black dropped in February 25th. March, The Baby and NBA YoungBoy dropped. King Von dropped. Benny the Butcher dropped. Lil Durk dropped. Dave East dropped. Lotto dropped. Like, J. Cole and Dreamville dropped. Like, what are you talking about? We're in the third month and nobody's dropped shit. It don't matter. Oh, it's because you can give me any bullshit fucking excuse. whatever. They were delayed. I don't give a fuck what they was. They dropped in the first quarter. And nobody dropped shit. And nobody dropped shit. The only conversation we've been having is who's a snitch? Is 1090 Jake a fucking snitch now? He's just finding everybody who's a snitch. Is he a snitch? What's going on in No Jumper? Them niggas got rap battles now. They done hold each other. Now they got, now they're doing rap battles, which some of the hoes was funny. Not gonna lie.
Who you want to drop? Name some people who
Water. You do know that the first quarter includes March and April. But no, they're broken up by 3. So yeah, March is included in the first quarter. And March is coming up. Who have we heard that's about to drop in March? Maybe I've heard somebody's about to drop in March. I don't know.
I need another Future drop. I need another Kendrick drop.
Pull up stunting with cocaine bot. That shit. I don't know why that shit stuck in my head.
I need that Lil Wayne drop some.
Lil Wayne supposed to be dropping a song with DMX on the next week or something like that. Whatever. March here. March right here.
I want some new young niggas to come up out the way. Like, I mean, new, like we ain't even heard of. Just like how the Baby and them Little Baby came up a few years ago.
That felt fresh, right? When the Baby blew up, it felt fresh. When Roddy Ricch blew up, it felt, I don't know who the young niggas are. Like, I'm not looking around right now. Like, of course, Ward was gonna say Yeet, but I mean, Yeet was already like one of the top streaming niggas last year. So it's like, is he really new and fresh? I mean, maybe to break out in the mainstream, I guess, maybe.
Like the last,
is he not mainstream? He's fucking, I don't know.
Nah, he not. Like the last few mainstream people to break out has been either women or Jack Harlow. Like, I can't really think of like any significant people in the last year or two that broke out. It's been Jack, Gorilla, Corey LeRae. Well, who else? Who else been kind of Ice Spice, obviously. I can't think of any like young dudes that's really kind of took over and hopped on the scene in the last year or two, which is kind of weird because we've been seeing these women that, I mean, some of them have hits and deserve to get, like, they, at least even if they ain't have a hit, they did something to get media attention. But at some point, we need some type of.
Oh, my bad.
label.
And we've been talking about Blueface and Krishan Rock. That's another storyline that's been taking over the year so far. I forgot about that.
But yeah, maybe we need some label to pick up and find some type of interesting way to market some young dudes out there. But we missing it. Even like when Pooh Shiesty blew up. Now he in prison now, but like that was like a Back in Blood was bubbling up. It was a moment. Oh, Nardo Wick kind of was new. Nardo Wick had a little something going.
I think he probably, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
to me, he feel like his songs are bigger than him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his records are bigger than he is.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear the song and don't know who it is. Who's
that's what I mean. Like, so it's like he got to try to like face forward in front of.
You got to keep making hits. You'll know eventually. You just got to keep making hits. That's what that is. This is early in his career. That's a part of it. It happens, but you got to keep making hits. But yeah, I definitely feel like hip hop is missing that young man or young men coming in the game and setting a new fire.
Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe this was. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe maybe these young kids, they love that whatever the fuck's dropping.
What it hits? What it hits at though? We're not hearing hits. You said 2023. What it hits at? What singles dropped that's like, oh yeah, that's tough for somebody. Like
it's just carryover from last year. Like I said, I just want to rock. I just want to rock still rolling. I give it to you. I just want to rock still rolling.
Like when Roddy Ricch came into it, like bro, he came. Like it wasn't no like it didn't take long. Yeah,
pause. God damn. That nigga said when he came his day, he came. It didn't even take long.
It didn't. Ain't talking about me. Shit.
God,
that's the game, man.
You a wild boy, man.
Hey, man, came in the game, man.
The game gonna put that on the game.
Hey, man.
The game gonna beat your ass, boy.
Yeah, I see me.
All right.
Yeah, I see me. But now, you know what I mean, though.
I know what you mean.
And yeah, we need that, bro. We need that, man.
Alex Ward blowing up this shit. Not gonna lie. All right, drop some shit. We'll see. Y'all want to hear Ward do shit? Hold on. I always play this nigga shit.
He got some new shit.
I don't know. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all think my boy Ward gonna blow up this year. Ward, I'm gonna play your biggest record on Spotify. This your biggest song on Spotify right now.
Grab your fucking weed shit, make you heave on the dick. This shit speak to you in tongues.
Nigga say heave.
Make you heave on the dick.
Black king, it'll make you sit. Family size, double gasoline, yeah, I'm with the shit. Unexpected arrival of Apollo, man, that's crazy. Yeah, she my baby, but I gave her like 3-2. Glass house world, so this world see through. So trans.
Ooh, glass house, so this world see through. Come on, man, give it up. Y'all gotta support y'all brother, man. We a family over here, man. Y'all gotta support y'all brother, man. Come on now, don't hold him, man. Anyways, he said Simp Music. That nigga trying to sign a Cactus Jack or something, right? Anyways, what else we got in the docket, man? He said I hate that. That's your biggest song on Spotify. What you mean you hate it? It's your biggest record.
That's how artists are, you know.
He just a little embarrassed to put a song out there. What do you think about this? We were speaking about Andrew Tate earlier, right? We speak about Andrew Tate. I saw today they extended his prison and his jail thing another 30 days, right? And I saw that he ain't even been charged with shit. I think he at least got charged with the shit. He didn't even been charged with nothing. And they extended his shit another 30 fucking days. Now, obviously, he in a whole nother country. So they do shit a lot differently in Romania. But that's crazy. Like they just like building like, and the thing about this, I thought about this too when I was seeing it. I was like, let's say this is like this cabal, right? Trying to take down Andrew Tate. Do they not realize if they're not able to charge that nigga, it's just gonna make him bigger than what he was before? Because now anytime anything happens to him, it's gonna be oh, it's fake, it's phony, it's fraud, it's this, it's that. This is how people feel about the Russia shit with Trump. Like they did a whole Russia shit and he didn't get charged for it. Nothing really came from it. There may have been a couple like people in his camp that was fucking Russia, but now they couldn't get him directly. It's like everything y'all say about Andrew Tate now is gonna be like, oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah, I do feel like it's a little like short-sighted. Like I feel like they feel like let's quiet the storm or let's quiet the flame of Andrew Tate, but I don't think they really thought that one through because he got so big, bro. Like unless he died, nobody's gonna really forget him unless it's like 5 years from now. Like
yeah.
And even then, we're gonna be like, "Oh shit, Andrew Tate's back." Like, I would believe. Like, I don't know.
Because I look at it as like we want to silence somebody, so we're gonna hit him with a couple shit. He says to show online, he did this, he did that. We got some victims, but then the victims are saying they're not victims, and you got like psychiatrists saying that like, oh, they got Stockholm. Like they're not saying this verbatim, but like, oh, they got Stockholm syndrome. Don't listen to them. It's like, what do y'all want people to believe? Are y'all trying? At first, I was like, oh, they're trying to probably discredit the nigga, right? Like they're trying to like, oh, look at this guy, y'all praise and worship, and make people like turn away from him. But I feel like what y'all done, and you can say maybe in a world like, is it good or bad to put people who even want to go in this direction? But it kind of pushes his people that y'all like was trying to pull away from. Y'all pushed them closer to him, and then y'all also exposed more people, in my opinion, to him. So I don't know if that plan is really going to work out.
And I also think it maybe put more people on his side to a small degree, though. A small degree. If it'll be more if he's proven that he didn't none of this happened to him. No, like I do feel like some people do feel like it's a little unfair and might not have took his side at first, but yeah,
we'll see. It feel like the Tory Lanez trial. It feel like it's a lot. I feel like. When I say I feel like Tory Lanez trial, it feels like with the social media aspect of Tory Lanez trial, like people since it's been going on so long and there's been no real charges, it's easy to just so doubting the shit. Like I don't know if I believe any of this shit, but people are like, oh, it's AI. That really wasn't him. It was this. It was that. Oh, these girls, they're fake. Oh shit, these WhatsApp messages or whatever the fuck they got over there, DMs leaked to the girl saying we're gonna set them up. It's like y'all got all these things. And these guys are still like it just don't make sense.
Do you feel like that rape stuff is a deep fake or is that really him?
I don't know. I feel like he do weird, freaky, deaky shit. So I'm not. I feel like it could be him. I'm not really like 100% either way with it. Because like I told you, I saw a deep fake of Trump and Biden playing Call of Duty, and it sounded like just like them.
I heard it. I heard what you're
It
talking
sounded
about.
just like them. Like, so we can act like the AI shit ain't out here. I ain't saying if it's real or fake. Yeah, it's definitely fake. It's AI, but like, I just heard Trump and Biden playing Call of Duty, and it sounded just like them. And it was made through AI, so But the thing with Andrew Tate, it's easy to make me believe that it is him because, like, one, he do the weird freaky deaky shit with girls, so like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing shit like that. So it's one of those, like, it's up in the air when it comes to him. Flying Low said, look at the wildfire KS brought. They should have put a bullet in him sooner. Damn. Shit, goddamn, man. Goddamn. Who? So, see, Flying Low, you know what Flying Low is? What I feel like he is to the red pill shit? He like those hip-hop niggas who, like, don't like the, like, mainstream niggas. Nah, you gotta go back with Cool Mo D and the whatever the old niggas, like, whatever the underground niggas are, like, nah, you ain't listen to Immortal Technique. You ain't, like, it's like that type of shit. Like, all right, bro, we get Immortal Technique. Like, we were looking at the big puns and like Biggies, and like, all right, we get it. Them niggas is there, like, they cool too, but like, he don't like the mainstream red pill niggas at all. It seemed like, what I can gather.
That's what it looked like. But hey, man, Kevin Samuels definitely did stoke a fire that was hard to put out. Honestly, like I was gonna make the argument that somebody else or the red pill was gonna do that anyways, but how Kevin Samuels did it, I think that approach it hit us. It hit a nerve in the culture of America for sure. Because for example, Don Lemon got canceled or got suspended for trying to be red pill, and he just using the talking points wrong. He was like, he was talking about women career primes are in the 20s, and he was getting mistaken with the sexual marketplace, and he ended up having to apologize and everything, and was suspended.
He's a dumbass. He only reason he did that dumb shit because it was a Republican woman that said what she said. So essentially, Nikki Haley, she's a Republican. She's running for president, right? And she said that we should do cognitive tests for politicians that are 75 and older. So Joe Biden's, Donald Trump's, because like, why we got these old motherfuckers running shit? So he tried to, because she's a Republican, because he wouldn't say that if it was a Democrat woman saying that, but since she's a Republican, well, women's primes are 20. We know 20 and 30 for what, nigga? Childbearing and all. Like, we know. Come on, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
How they look. Like, it ain't about how they could perform like mentally or their career. Like, she's talking about their career. She's talking about their cognitive ability. You're talking about some other shit. But he's a dumbass. They're all dumb. They just got like, people put you in front of the camera. You look nice. You talk good. Say this. And at that point, maybe he went off script. He might have went off script right there.
Pretty much.
And you see what happened when them niggas go off script? They just say the stupidest shit. Stay on script. Read the prompter and don't say nothing else. So
it's so sad, today's media, bro. So unserious.
That's what it is.
So unserious. But yeah, even to him fucking up, I feel like him even having that talking point and being that like type of square dude speaks to what Kevin Samuels and many other dudes have kind of done.
So Flanla says, no, I just think the red pill dudes nowadays are about helping women and not about helping men. I don't know. I don't watch red pill content. That's probably something you and Bryce could probably further.
But I will ask you this, Flying Love. If you're trying to change and help the women, wouldn't that benefit the men? I don't get like, what's the point? I for me in general, I think red pill men focus on men and they talk to women a lot, but the reason they talk to women, it'd be more to expose their natures and how they may think, so men can get an insight, because they may not get to have these one-on-one interactions with women like they can see on a podcast on a day-to-day. So you can come up with, some type of analysis on the dating market. So I don't know. I feel like talking to men and women is the only way to really fix anybody's problems, because you can tell men everything in the world, but if women keep getting worse in our eyes or keep going down the feminist rabbit hole, what could we do? So at some point we do need to speak up. And let's be real. If men are the leaders of society, who gonna like what men are gonna talk to women? Like when are we gonna start that process of re-guiding our women? So I think red pill in general, talking to women is just a natural part of like the
The red
game.
pill niggas gay for real, for real. You're never gonna change the women. That's why the red pill community came together. There's no changing them, but we can change. Asking a woman to change ain't gonna help.
Nah, you definitely can change women. Let's be real. Like look at other cultures versus ours. Like ours are
But
pretty
do you
much
think that's
forced.
because the men became stronger, or that the women changed? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the women act the way they do in America because the men became weaker. So maybe the men need to change
However,
themselves, and it'll then like let's just take it to nature, right? Like if women is
I see
probably
what you're
around a
saying.
weak ass nigga, they're gonna be like, fuck, he a weak ass nigga. But when a man come through, they go, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Your point is saying you just can't tell women to change. Like you have to do actions and stuff like that. And I agree with that. But to act like having a certain culture or um, having a certain standard and letting the women know that guideline don't help, it's kind of crazy because you gotta think, why do certain women in other cultures choose to be traditional? It's because they see value in it. The reason why women don't choose to be traditional in these days because they basically think that shit's slavery and don't see value in it. So the reason you talk to women is to show them the value of marriage. The reason you talk to women and tell them, hey, don't be an independent woman because you're gonna die alone. Like without that information, women haven't because you gotta think women been having the same information. That's why they haven't changed or why they think this way. Women been thinking they can go do this shit alone and didn't get the statistics of how that shit plays out for them in the long run. Because I mean, it's been here for 40, 50 years, and that's obviously a good time to look at shit, but let's be real, that's a short time span for people. That's only a few generations. So especially when the education and shit like that haven't changed and the same rhetoric is being pushed. But when you get new rhetoric and when you get statistics and you get women actually speaking up, like you get the lady on Pearly Things, the older lady that speaks about the shit, or other women that come out and speak like, hey, now y'all kind of tripping. Like this helps change the conversation. And it helps women in general because some of these women had no clue about these things. They didn't have fathers, they didn't have male figures, they didn't have statistics. All they had was other women telling them they were great and they shit smell like roses, and it led to bad results. But it's a new age and time now. Like Kevin Samuel said, there's many people who's like, hey, you helped change my life, and it's a small percentage now, but that's a slope that's gonna keep gaining momentum in my eyes, and women gonna keep changing. So, and men, that's just.
so Trail said, I
Um,
swear red pill niggas be sucking each other's what do you say, Chuck? They be sucking each other off. Never seen so much dick riding. Imagine trying to tell women they will hit the wall and then finding out Mama Duck just made 35,000 in a week thanks to these simps. LOL, foolish mission. Bruce, the woman whisperer, and Pastor, they love the Bruce. But yeah,
Imagine telling
Mama
women to
Duck,
hit the wall.
Mama
Who's
Duck,
Mama Duck? 35. Oh,
FBG,
what's the
FBG
name?
Duck
Yeah.
Mama. She made 35K off the only.
No, it's
Because
not a
the
foolish
men
mission.
gotta be stronger.
It's not a foolish mission. I never said you're gonna change all women because all women ain't gonna never be wives. That's just not how nature is. But you can change a good majority over to from what it is now to what it could be in the future. That's all I'm saying. But nah, it ain't gonna never be. It's gonna always be hoes in this world, and it's gonna always be simps. That's just life.
Do you think the red pill YouTubers are like legitimately care about their mission, or do you think they there for just the money? Now I know there's a mixture of both, but what do you, if you were to percentage wise it, do you think they're more like I really don't care about whatever I'm really like on this mission, or do you think it's real like I'm just here for the
I
money?
think they care, and if we're gonna make that argument, I bring up any church that make money and don't have to pay taxes, and the pastor is balling out. Like, why do you like? It's nothing wrong with seeing a bit.
Well,
Like, I ain't saying,
we would look at them as bad.
not to a degree, but I ain't gonna say just because you getting benefited for something and helping people makes you inherently bad.
Well,
So
I'm
that's
saying,
all I'm saying.
what do you think they care about more? Is what I'm asking. Like, do they care about their
Uh,
mission, or do they care about their money? Like, the reason
I
they're
think
doing it isn't because they really care. It's doing it because they want the money.
I'll answer it like this. I believe they care about the mission more because at the end of the day, that's what get them the money. And I think a lot of red pill dudes know that you can't really fake it because you'll get called out easily. What's this dude name that got counseled recently? He was in the roommates, Hafiz. He was the witness to the red pill fire and how
red pill fire. What is that?
Like,
you say like the wrath of the red pill community?
Yeah. Like
I'm like, is that like a saga y'all got going on over there?
Nah. Like, but he got burned. He got toast. Like, he got on the debate show and got like essentially roasted by the red pill community. Everybody did reactions to it. Everybody was like, "Oh, this nigga got fried," all this type of shit. He embarrassed himself. That was all throughout the comments and things like that. So, it's one of them things that you really can't fake. So I think you have to stay true to it. And you got to look at how Flying Low really always checks some shit about the red pill community. That's how a lot of men feel about it, because it's a tribe at this point. Like, people feel like that's
do you feel like, let me say,
feel like they're part of that?
Fresh is a good representative of the red pill community, or do you think he's just a grifter? Because to me, there's a difference between him and the Myron guy. The Myron guy, I thought he really in that shit.
I think
Fresh is more like I don't know.
I think Fresh is an embodiment of once was a chat nigga. Like, he once was that simp, and it's clear to see. But he's one of those dudes that typically, like, you see try to break out of that. He's in that embodiment. And you can't, no one can, like, when I say that, I know everybody's seen it. Like, you gotta understand that. Like, that's just who he is. But you can't knock him for wanting to be red pill and trying to be red pill. And I think he does bring something to the table, because even to that degree. And he even slipped up a few times with that white girl taking on yachts and shit. And it was a learning experience. But I think he's a good example. But no one is perfect. Is he like the top dude in the game? Nah, for sure not. Is he a grifter? Nah, I really think he's a subscriber, honestly. I think he's a real subscriber.
I like to see what Flying Low got to say about that. Fresh is an African. He's in it for the money and white women. Myron was a personal trainer as well. He wants to help guys. It's in him. So, okay, so he's like what I'm kind of like. Maybe Fresh is like, he's just like whatever. Myron, he really like.
Now, I would think Fresh was the dude that couldn't get women. I think Fresh was the dude that used to be frustrated, and now that he got money, he see the game differently, or he like to think he see the game different. However you might want to understand it, but I think he really cares about the red pill community, because I think he truly got some scars through relationships, or through what do you call that, when rejections and things like that. I really feel like that. I even feel like that way with Ack. Like, Ack don't seem like the dude that was gonna get bitches unless he got fame. Like, he seemed like the dude that probably would have been blue pill, and that's why he kind of fuck with the red pill dudes, because he kind of can relate. He just not gonna go all the way over there. But I see the same thing I see in Fresh. I see the same thing in Ack a little bit. And we all know them dudes. Without money, they pretty much lame. Or without them being in a frat, them niggas lame. We used to always talk about that shit. Like, it could be a nigga on the bench, but he on the team, lame as fuck. He still got bitches talking to him. Like, we know how that goes. So
my question too for the red pill is like, so what's the point, right? If Fresh and Fit and other guys, they bring all these women on here, they hoes, whatever, y'all are this, but then they like, that's the women they go after. So if that's the women y'all still go after, like, what's the goal? Like, if you go after if you talk down about the Instagram, the OnlyFans, but then you go after the OnlyFans Instagram, like, what is the goal of what we're doing here?
Well, red pill does have some. I guess I can get into a little bit of it. It's a thing called spinning plates, and like I said earlier, like with Fresh and Fit and how they kind of, you can get multiple interactions on how women think. Versus just a regular dude's normal interactions, he's not gonna get that many chances to. So when you spin plates, that means you get to understand women, you get to gain more confidence, you get to see what works with women and what don't work with women. You get to grow wisdom with the relationship aspect of the game. So when you date women, or you fuck a bunch of different women in their eyes, it strengthens you up to be what you need to be in the future as far as being confident with women. Because a lot of these dudes, you gotta think, pedestalize women, and as they say, look at women as like an idol damn near. So when they around a woman, I fix it.
L Bryce.
When they're around a woman, they lose confidence. They can't speak. They're not the same around when they with their friends. So what really takes that gaining confidence is just like gaining confidence in shooting the basketball. You got to just keep doing it. You got to experience a bunch of different women, and that's what a common theme or a common rhetoric that's in Red Pill community. So when you see them fucking around with women, I think that answers that. But I don't think that if they were trying to make them wives, then I would ask what's the point. But if they just fucking them and having fun, I feel like that's what any dude in the top of his prime would do. Fuck a bunch of women that he's not gonna take seriously and move on about his life. So I feel like that's what they're doing, trying to live up their, they're trying to live up their sexual peak or their sexual marketplace, and that's how they do it. And yeah, I think that's the answer to that question. But let me fix my camera.
So point of the Red Pill now is to help these women see the lames and beta men deserve love too. LMAO. I mean, like I said, I don't be getting into this shit just because I guess maybe because I'm married and I'm not really like.
I think it's
the whole. I don't know. Like
it going to
like when I think of like no, you good. When I think of this shit, sometimes it feel like a play. It feel like I just want to get some money. Well, it's cracking for the views right now, but niggas don't really live this shit they be talking about. Like you said, I guess it's like I guess it's like you just like if you said like, well, they talk shit about the OnlyFans women as far as being married, but I still want to fuck them women. But it's like, I don't know.
No, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure Fresh or Fit don't have the best game in the world. And I'm pretty sure they might not even have the greatest confidence in the world. But I think that's the thing about Red Pill, bro. A lot of people that speaks are speaking from examples or speaking from that like knowing of not having confidence, having rejections. I don't think they speak from being the best at having game. And I think that's why they understand and can speak to these other dudes because they have been there before. And I think all men have been there before. Just some dudes grow out of it faster. Some dudes got game from their dad or whoever, their brother or whatever. So they ain't never had to worry about it, or they got their money up. They already had looks. They was popular, whatever. So they ain't never really had to go through that as much as these other dudes. But to some degree, we all as men have faced that rejection. That's just a part of the male process. You can't have every woman like even the ones that you wanted. So that's just a part of the game. You're gonna go through rejection. So I feel like when these dudes speak, it's not from I'm the best at it. I'm not the MJ of it. They're just speaking on what they learned to work or what they may feel works the best. And even then, that ain't the greatest advice because I've heard them say some trash shit. But once again, that's not speaking from them dudes being Michael Jordan in my eyes. More like, and then you get the Andrew Tates. That's the nigga speaking from experience. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like they feel like there's a difference like that, and it feels more authentic when you see a nigga. You be like, he probably get bitches for real. He probably really like. Then like a nigga who just like it's always hard to take. That's it. They might have good points, but like I'm just thinking like if I was a single nigga and I was like a young male who was like trying to find my way and I fell across Red Pill videos and it's like I see niggas like Fresh them talking. I'd be like, I feel like these niggas are losers. So it's like it's hard for me to listen to them. Like, but a nigga like Andrew Tate talk, even like a nigga like Justin Waller, they have that like that look to where like they look like I don't know, like I get quote unquote like real men, like who could probably get girls without money, with money, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
I respect that opinion, and that's how most people probably view things. But also, there's also a way to view it as like, what are these people saying? What are the core root of what they're saying over what they look like? And I'm able to ignore that probably more than other people, where I'll just listen. That's a key thing. Brand appeal and things like that is important to how people receive your message. That's human nature at this point. So. Outside of that, though,
I say the same. I say something that another nigga like academics or whatever say. That nigga got more followers. He know Lil Baby. He know Drake. So niggas be like, he said it right. But if I say the same exact thing, it's like, dude, who the fuck are you? But like I get how shit work.
Yeah. So I feel like when it comes to their message that actually men like really gravitate to them for, like, is the get better at life. Figure out the things that go wrong in life with men and women, but also get better at life. That's I really feel like that's their core message. And that's not that's to men and women though. I feel that.
I really feel like for them, what they're able to, this is just me, like speaking, this ain't no disrespect to niggas, but I feel like there's probably a lot, the reason they're big is there's a lot of niggas that's like them, that was probably insecure, not getting no women when they was younger, and now they got money, they got status, so they got whatever. There's a lot more niggas like that than niggas like whatever you would quote unquote a traditional dude would be, who like is doing good out here as far as women or whatever. I don't feel like they look at them like, I need to watch these niggas. I feel like it's a lot more niggas like, incel, and I don't say incel, but it's like niggas who can't get played because for whatever reason they look a little funny, they goofy looking, they weird. There's a lot more niggas like that, especially with the internet shit. Because like we know the internet's a lot of weird, like, you know, Trail my nigga, but you know, Trail weird ass nigga, like he weird, you know, like he cool, but you know, he a weird ass nigga. It's more niggas like that than like niggas out here really doing shit and really moving. Like, do you think like, I don't know, I'm trying to feel like, I don't know, I'm trying to word this like traditional.
The divorce rate is 70%. That's what I think. Men, even men that be moving get broken up with. We just was talking about Tom Brady. We seen what happened with Tia Mowry. Them dudes was moving.
No, but I don't think Tom Brady is like, I need to watch Fresh and Fit. That's what I'm saying. Like they get, yeah, they're talking about shit niggas go through, but the niggas like that ain't like, I need to listen to these niggas talk. That's why I say like the niggas like Andrew Tate. People look at Andrew Tate like he look like the complete pack. He give you that little whatever message shit you want to hear. He look like a nigga you can actually believe. Like if you want to teach niggas about money, if you want to teach niggas about money, you better have some motherfucking money or show. Like niggas ain't listen to Grant Cardone if that nigga ain't got $100 million. That's what I'm talking about, like shit like that.
Well, I mean, of course, but my response to that is they're gonna find somebody on that same level of Fresh and Fit to understand what the fuck they going through.
That's what I said. There's a lot of niggas like them, so that's why I got a big audience. Niggas who like what they're, I don't know what the word is they use, like distressed and downtrodden and can't get girls. Like most men by 25 are virgins. Like there's a lot of them type of niggas, so they kind of gravitate to that.
But those. Let's be real. All those dudes not weird dudes though. Like that. Can we make that distinction? Like there may be everybody in the red pill community ain't a bunch of weird dudes that's just.
I didn't say everybody. I said niggas. I said you don't think a majority of the audience is probably niggas like that. There's weird internet niggas. Like ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah, I don't think it's a bunch of weird. I think it's a bunch of dudes that are decent human beings in society.
I'm not saying they not bad. I'm not saying they bad people. They can still be weird. You be nice and be fucking polite and all that. What are you talking about? I'm talking about niggas like
when
Fresh.
You say weird.
A lot of
niggas
like Fresh. That's what I'm saying. A lot of niggas like Fresh. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of niggas like that.
I don't think he's weird. I just think he's socially he's just not socially
awkward. He's weird. Like weird isn't a bad word. Like I'm not saying he's like, oh my fucking.
When I hear weird, I think of weirdo like on some other shit. Like when I hear incel, I think of a nigga on some other shit.
That's what I'm trying not to use incel because I feel like you're gonna like, you know, I don't want to use that word, but I'm saying like just weird, like nigga weird, like he weird, like. He probably cool, like he probably nice, polite, but he's weird.
But it's women like that too, though.
What do you mean? I'm not disputing. Why are you bringing up women? I ain't saying nothing about that. We know there's women like that. What are you talking about?
But like, what I don't get, like you were saying, that's like they main like views, like that's a bad thing or something.
All I'm saying is what I feel like their audience is comprised. It's not good or bad. I'm just saying like the reason they big is because there's a bunch of niggas like that. It's like the reason these niggas there's a lot of like weird. I don't know, like weird niggas.
I don't know. It just felt like you was kind of saying like they really don't have a respectable audience. To sum it up,
I'm not saying this, but
that's what I said. That's what I said. I'm saying I felt like you were saying.
Like Trill, like they got a bunch of niggas like Trill, like trolly ass.
See, when you say shit like that, it makes me think. You
think they got a lot of niggas like that? You'll see the niggas pop their comments up on the screen. Like a lot of niggas like Trail. I'm not attacking Trail. I'm just saying like niggas like that. Like
I think that's like, everybody chat though. You can say the same thing about Logan Paul. You can say the same thing about everyone. It's a bunch of weird people in everybody's chat. You like. I'm saying it's majority
core
audience. I don't think that. Do you think Patrick Bet David's?
Do you think Patrick Bet David's audience is filled with like that type of shit? Probably not. More like niggas who want to get their shit together.
Is that the dude on Valuetainment?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure some weird dudes on that hoe too.
I'm not some, yeah, but I'm saying a majority. I'm just saying there's
that's
majority.
I don't think the core fans is a bunch of weird niggas. That's what I'm saying.
I think we get 100 Fresh and Fit fans. We could put one of their blogs and pull up their fans. It's probably like weird. They probably cool. Like I probably hang out with the nigga, but they still be weird. I hang out with Trail. He a weird nigga. Like
I wouldn't hang
Trail
out
a
with
weird
Trail.
nigga.
I wouldn't hang out with Trail.
Trail a weird nigga, man. Come on.
I wouldn't hang out with Trail. Not from
like
the,
Trail
what
cool.
he just
Trail
playing
cool.
on the
I
internet.
fuck with Trail, but Trail, you're weird nigga. You be saying weird shit. Like you be saying free R. Kelly. Like come on.
I chill with Wardu. Wardu, have you ever watched Fresh and Fit? Flying Low? Have you ever watched? I feel like niggas exist more like Flying Low and Wardu. I think.
I'm saying majority is like Trail. Yes, there's a Wardu, there's a you, there's a fly, whatever the fuck. But there's probably a majority of Trail of photographers. There's no disrespect to Trail. He my nigga. I fuck with him. But he said, "How am I weird? You be doing, you be weird, doing weird shit, Trail."
And are you saying just Fresh and Fit or the Red Pill community in general?
I'm talking about just Fresh and Fit. Like I said, I feel like there's niggas like that with Andrew Tate, but like I feel like a lot of niggas like just regular. I don't know. I'm trying to explain it, but like I don't know. When I say these words, when I say weird and I say regular, like you take these words and like I'm just not saying weird is like this bad thing. It's like a weird, socially awkward ass nigga. Like I don't know. Like that's what they socially awkward. He said watching it to bash it. Yes, I'm an actual human being. He's a bot. How I just be trolling on niggas and bullying Bryce. That's why Bryce don't want to hang out because I'm his bully. See, just saying weird shit like that. Like I said, weird shit like this. Come on, like I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's the audience is weird shit. Like
I'm 29 years old.
Like you see niggas,
bully.
When you see like if these like I said, I don't know if they got kid audience. Like when they got niggas in their chat, like this fucking bitch. Like you're 29 years old. I think if you a Fresh Fit comments, you like 30, 29. Like all right, bro, calm down. That's weird.
I think you could say they have
not regular.
Some people may be young. For sure.
I think they majority audience is probably like from 25 to like probably 35. Kids like I think it's a thing. I think like kids watch like I Show Speed, Kai Cenat, Ada Ross, and like maybe like 22 to like whatever they watch like Fresh and Fit and like this. Obviously, there's probably young kids that watch this shit too. I'm talking about like I wonder what their majority audience look like.
I think you would be surprised.
I think they agree. I might be surprised. But I'm saying the perception of it is because like even like Trey saying he thinks it's a bunch of like he think the whole Red Pill community is niggas that don't get bitches and whatever. He said the whole of it is. I don't know if it's the whole. But how is it not weird? I be linking Bryce on a daily. 29 to 49 to the young niggas. So you call him Bryce weird? Bryce 29 and heavy. I'm not saying Bryce on me in the comments. I'm not saying like I know my niggas be in the comments like this fucking dumb bitch in the yellow fucking baster. Like, all right, nigga, calm down. Goddamn. You got a family, like you got work in the morning, like calm down. That's what I'm talking about shit like that. Like y'all niggas know, if you watch Fresh and Fit, y'all know the nigga that they pop the comments up, niggas be going crazy. Like I'm talking about you like 27, 28, like calm down, nigga. Like weird. Like I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I ain't just like they got an audience, obviously they got a million fucking subscribers. But if I was to say like at least 50% of their audience like a weird nigga, yeah. But like I said, it's like we like Trail like the little cousins, like yeah, weird man, fucking Trail. Like, but you love Trail, like come here, you fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Trail. Yeah, that's your friend, man. Come on, y'all friends. He said that ain't me either. So how am I weird? Trail, this nigga Bryce can't go live without you just hopping this nigga chat talking about some crazy shit. Like you just be trolling this nigga, man. Like.
It's not even trolling. You're a stalker, nigga.
See, even Flying Lows, I hate to agree with Trail, but that's why I be thinking about the dudes in the space. Like, why are y'all up at 3 a.m. to argue with a bitch that don't care? So Flying Low thinks a lot of them niggas are like, weird.
It's possible. No, I was arguing it, but it's possible.
Like that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with them niggas. I feel like this is weird. Like whatever. Live your life. Like, I don't give a fuck.
But my thing is like I was recently listening to
it's like a lot of like when I think about like the little white boys, like Nick Fuentes, his audience. Like it's probably a bunch of like white boys who are mad that there's like minorities and this and there's like weird white boys. That's probably most of the audience. Weird ass. If you saw a little weird ass white boy, you'd be like, this is a weird ass white boy. But they love that shit. And I feel like a lot of Fresh and Fit shit, they'd be like a lot. Let me say this. From what we said, there's probably a lot more Freshes in the audience than Andrew Tate's. That's what I'll say.
But that's just life.
I'm just arguing the audience. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that's what it is. That's what I think it is.
It's gonna always be life. There's gonna always be more followers in somebody's audience than leaders.
Well, I'm talking about weird niggas. I ain't talking about
that's essentially
a weird nigga. Fresh is a
alphas
leader.
And betas, essentially.
Fresh is a leader in his community, but he's still a weird nigga. I don't care how much money he got.
But sticking to your scenario, you saying there's gonna be a bunch of Andrew Tates versus Fresh. That's what I'm saying. Andrew Tate would be considered an alpha. Trait. Andrew Tate would be considered a leader, and you would consider Fresh like a sheep or something like that, or a follower.
No, I think he's weird.
Real. A beta.
I don't think he's a beta. He's doing whatever he got.
If you say he's weird, he's a beta. That's just.
But that we just think weird is two different things.
Beta, you can't be bro. If you're not an alpha if you're weird. It's just how it goes.
There's a lot of eccentric niggas as an alpha, I guess. You know, with that still thinking weird.
They artists or some shit.
I mean, I can say Andrew Tate's weird. He do all weird, freaky deaky shit. Like
that's sexual. That ain't got shit to do with his. Overall, we talking about personality, getting bitches and shit like that. That's what we were talking about.
Did y'all see the video of Fresh fans seeing him in public with a girl? They were fat, black, wearing anime shirts, talking about they watched him every night. That was all I needed to know. Like all niggas like think the same, but red pill niggas like Bryce will sit and argue with bitches or other red pill niggas. A nigga like me ain't never going to argue with a bitch. I'm gonna keep it pushing.
You can't argue with women that you don't ever interact with. Why would a woman even want to talk to you, Trail?
I ain't gonna lie, Trail was taking pictures of foreign women out there in Italy, man. He had the women. I don't know if he was stalking them.
Shut up, Passport, bro.
Bro, Passport bro is going out sad in the mud. I saw
Passport, bro.
I saw a Passport, bro. He went to Colombia or some shit. They kicked his ass the curb. Nigga didn't have enough money to get home.
Trail, you wish you had success like I do. Stop it.
You know it's bad. You know it's bad when Trail flying low green with Trail. You know you on a, you know what I'm saying, another side of this one. I got a homie Hal be on that.
Them niggas dating. Them niggas ain't fooling me.
And we
laid in the same bed.
Hold on, let me see what Trail said. He talking about he goes to the bar. This nigga lying. I got a homie Hal be in that red pill BS, and we be at the bar and he see some girls and he will argue red pill shit with a hoe while we trying to get something moving. Trail said he's trying to get the hoes. This nigga wanted. Well, actually, in the sexual marketplace, I'm gonna be in my prime by the nigga. Chill, God damn, we give a fuck about that shit. What are you talking about?
There was a Memphis 5.
Bryce asked me to debate Miss Pearly. Like, how the fuck would I do that?
Nigga, I ain't actually do that. Stop lying on me.
We always have the real shit. I just think it's probably majority fans like that nigga. Then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I feel like Adam 20, like an average no jumper fan is like a weird like white boy. That's what I think. I think the average Joe Rogan fan is like and I'm just going. It's really me just going off what the host looks like. That's really what it is. I think the average Joe Rogan fan is like a hardworking nigga to work it. I don't know, like a nigga like UFC or like some like whatever you think of a UFC fan look like nigga like that.
But a liberal person wouldn't think that though.
They think it's like a Trump supporter, but they'll think it's like a hardworking whatever the fuck. A UFC.
Yeah, they probably think he might be a racist or some vid denier.
They might be. Who knows? But I mean, that's not what I think. Whatever they think is whatever they think. I'm talking what I think.
Nah, I was gonna say this earlier.
Stallion fan, you would think the average Meg Thee Stallion fan is like, wanna be hot girl, that girl, right?
To a degree, but nice. It was regular old women liking her too. So I know that for a fact.
Bryce, don't you got a girl and you arguing about women? Why he can't
do
that? Rollo Tomasi married. He being a red pill shit.
Wouldn't that mean I know what the fuck I'm talking about?
He know women nature. We know how to tame women, nigga. We know what we talking about. We gotta help y'all niggas out.
You gonna clip that shit nasty, boy.
I'm joking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
You know what you're doing.
Oh, but I was gonna say this earlier though. I was listening to old Kevin Samuels clip, and he had some dudes talking to him and asking for advice, and they were young dudes. Some dudes still living with their mama. One was like a 30-year-old version and stuff like that. But I'm not really getting a look at them. Some dudes just might have been overweight and stuff like that. But I really feel like it's not all just a bunch of weird just dudes. It's some dudes that may not look good. Some dudes may be a little chubby. Some dudes may not have confidence, but they still cool dudes. Like they like if you was around other dudes, they funny, they're charismatic, but when they get around women, they freeze up, bro. Like they're like, bro, I am embodiment of bro. People might not think it, but especially when I was young, I didn't have swag, I didn't have all this stuff. So I have mental complexes from back in the day on like, oh, how might you deal with certain things? So even with me, I had to gain confidence, even though people may see me like, oh, yeah, you might go up to a girl and talk to her, you don't look like nothing wrong with you. But that's something I overcame and I forced myself to do because I used to be fucking terrified.
Yeah, but you forced yourself to do that when you're like fucking 18, 17, not 30 fucking two.
But even at getting older,
we used to call you Blitz in 10th grade, nigga.
But you still
was like 10th grade. We're talking about kids. You talking about grown ass niggas.
So think about that though. I was in my prime. Imagine when I went to TSU, I wasn't in my prime no more. I lost confidence. So it was a time where in my life I didn't look at myself the same way. So when I dealt with people, I didn't approach them the same way as I approached them when I was in high school. So I could understand that mindset. Even then, like I'm only saying that to a degree because I've never been no bitch. But I'm saying I can relate because I've had these feelings in me. That's why I understand what these people go through. And I'm just so happen to have good looking eyes, 6'2" and light skin. So I also had that on my side. If I was short or whatever, like you got to think it be dudes that are legit, but they just short as shit. And the women won't take them serious because the nigga 5'2" or 5'4". So he don't have the confidence because he always know women trying to play him on that shit. Versus another dude that's 5'4" that just uber fucking confident and ain't worried about it. But every man ain't the same. So when I think about like how a dude can become a 30-year-old version, it is kind of a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But I also can understand that person could have just had some small downsides, but I don't think they're like an incel though. Like I don't think that, because when I think incel, bro, I think like don't have a job, like never communicate with anybody, don't have friends.
Okay, let me rephrase this then, because let's say Fresh and Fit has, and we can I guess we can go back to this. Could be just anybody's chat, right? The most vocal niggas are weird niggas. Let's say that.
No, for sure.
The most vocal niggas are weird niggas.
For sure.
Okay, then we'll just say that. The niggas that's always commenting 24/7 was a weird, like, she's a bitch in the pink is a fucking whatever.
But even then, if we're gonna really respect,
kind of like cast the Fresh figure niggas, like even the camera nigga, the one, not the big fat black guy, but the other guy who he like, you see him, he's like a probably weird nigga, like, but he's on this show, so like now he's like got this status, but he's still probably a weird nigga.
If we really gonna speak on the red pill, then they would have like they'll have the red pill rage, or they'll be I don't know, fucking gamma sigma ray. I don't fucking know what the fuck they call them, but they call them something where it's like they're not black pill, but they're something else. They're like a I'm not even gonna stress myself out trying to think of it, but essentially they have names for that version of people. So they may be pretending to be red pill, but they're more like a different version of a manosphere. Like they're more on the rage side of it, and that you could be accurate with that. You could be accurate with that. But
why is there so many pills? See,
it's not called a pill. It's called like I said, it's one of those like weird like words or some shit.
Yeah. All right, man. We're on this manifest shit for. It's not black pill or
MGTOW. MGTOW is what it is. Like MGTOW is like they giving up on women and things like that. So you do have those dudes that kind
black
of
pill niggas like doom.
Pill.
Black pill niggas like doom and gloom. Like it's all over. I've been black pilled. Nothing's gonna happen. The world is ending. The government's shutting down.
Yeah, something like that. So a lot of times those dudes be pretending to be red pill and acting like they got all the answers, but they really have that more like that cynicism.
Flying low. I don't know nothing about MGTOW. I don't know.
Bro, I could have swore MGTOW. That's what people typically call MGTOW. That's at least what I thought.
Trail said, man, just pay for pussy and keep it pushing, big dog. Black pill's about leaving.
Yeah, men going their own way, giving up on women. Men that separate themselves.
See, Flying Low, you're using black pill in a different way than I hear niggas use black pill. when I hear people say I'm being black pilled about something, it's like I'm being like negative and like not being optimistic, being pessimistic. So maybe for you, there's different definition. But when I hear people say black pill, when I hear like political people say I'm black pilled, they mean it as far as like I'm not optimistic about this. This shit's a wrap. It's done. All this shit we doing, like I'm black pilled on voting. Like voting don't matter. Like that's when I hear niggas talk about black pill. That's the definition I hear people say black pill.
That's what it is. Bro, Flying Low, you bullshit. You making up your own shit. He said MGTOW is the original red pill. Guys, we're not going on our own way. MGTOW literally means men going on their own way. That's literally what that it breaks down into.
Yeah, according to Urban Dictionary, black pill is basically the ultimate and hardest to swallow red pill. It is about realizing nothing matters and there's nothing you can do that will, do it. Nothing will change anything for you.
How are you changing the MGTOW definition if it say men going their own way? That literally means men giving up on women. I mean, to a degree. I mean, it's perspective. I can see a perspective where it's like they're going to do their own thing, but MGTOW has now been synonymous with pretty much bitter men. And red pill is about men that's pretty much have learned the game, women and men nature, and learn how to create their own little lane.
So black pill is all about incel? Because when I look at black pill, it all just says incel, how to be an incel. The far right incel black pill movement.
That's your definition of MGTOW. That's your definition of MGTOW. Flying Low. So you MGTOW, Flying Low? You going your own way?
I thought you had a wife or something.
Flying Low, I'm confused. Now you made me think you gay again.
Because MGTOW men, okay, it's on Wikipedia. Y'all red pill a lot of shit. Men going their own way.
It's not red pill though.
Well, this is an article just says it's red pill ideology. MGTOW. It says is an anti-feminist, misogynistic, mostly online community advocating for men to separate themselves from women.
I guess that is.
And from a society which they believe have been corrupted by feminism. The community is a part of the Manosphere, a collection of anti-feminist websites and online communities that also includes the men's rights movement, incels, and pickup artists. Like other Manosphere communities, MGTOW overlaps with the alt-right and white supremacist movements and has been implicated in online harassment of women. The Southern Poverty Law Center categorizes MGTOW as a part of a male supremacist ideology. Jeez, y'all part of white supremacy, male supremacist ideology? Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious. I'm not MGTOW.
I know there's all this shit going on.
Nah, yeah, it's definitely a whole thing.
And see, that's weird shit. What the fuck niggas care so much about shit like this for?
It's not that they care, it's just how personality traits these people fall into. These are real groups. These are real tribes of people.
Like niggas can't just go to work and like come home and like
that's how they get black pill.
Go with your friends. Like just
that's
like,
how they get black pill.
Like live a normal fucking life. Why does it gotta be this fucking like thing?
Bro, the friend thing, I understand that, but some people, bro, you get the stress of bills, the stress of life outweigh the time that you can spend with your friends if you got to be at work 24/7 just paying bills. Like,
no, I see how you can get
a lot of people
like from my definition of just black pill, like, oh, life doesn't matter, nothing matters. I'm talking about like whatever the fuck. I mean, this is describing it in a way like a very derogatory, like white supremacist, male supremacist, like they alive. Like, what the fuck? And see, y'all in this MGTOW shit, they mainly it's a white boy shit.
I mean, a lot of shit.
MGTOW and other manosphere communities overlap with various white supremacist, authoritarian, and populist movements worldwide. Milo Yiannopoulos is credited with helping to popularize MGTOW with a 2014 Breitbart article titled Exodus, in which he described men who are eschewing women, love, sex, and marriage because of feminism.
As I said, MGTOW not so much red pill, but it's definitely a part of the manosphere. But red pill, how I describe it, is the awakening of understanding the truth of life. That's what
you out.
You hear me? But yeah, that's what the red pill is supposed to be. It's just about understanding the truth of life. Now, anybody doing opposite of that, trying to be red pill, then that's a clear call out. If they're not speaking the truth and they're throwing out opinions, they're throwing out feelings, they're throwing out divisive shit, then you can't really call them red pill. They're just acting. But
I'm not sure how flying low got. Like when you got a wife, I don't know if you got a wife. When you got a girl and you got a
replace
family,
my
like,
dick out your mouth.
when you Jesus Christ, you're like a wife and a family. What drove you to like want to watch like a bunch of this content?
You asking me?
No, talking about flying low. He's deep into it. He like throwing out names and niggas. I just know mainstream niggas. I don't even know if they really red pill because like according to flying low, niggas ain't really.
Because everything is not about the women in that situation. It's a lot of men building. It's a lot of men just getting to talk about men shit. Men talking about shit that we were talking in the barbershop or the clubhouse or the locker room. That's all it really is.
I thought we just talk about like, is LeBron better than Michael Jordan?
You talk about that too, but you also talk about life. You also talk about women. You also talk about fancy things. Bro, we talk about everything. Like, that's all it is, bro. Men shooting their shit. It's no different than women having their talk shows on fucking TV and talking about they toxic shit. Or not, some shit be toxic, some shit don't be, but it's no different. Like, that's their form of how they communicate, and it's no different for us. Trump was talking about grabbing by the pussy. that was in private. We didn't say some funny shit in private, bro. Come on, bro. Let's be real. We say some shit. Everybody say some shit.
Don't say
Funny.
I ain't say shit.
I'm talking about funny shit or shit in general. Like, we ain't said some shit that we wouldn't say in public. Like, that's just how life is. So I feel like that's what red pill is. It's a lot of men just talking about men shit. Like, plain and simple to me. Women problems gonna be a part of it. Hobbies and shit gonna be a part of it. Different philosophies you should have gonna be a part of it, especially when you think about how soft men have become. And then when, like, I ain't gonna lie, this is a conversation that I had. Like, I don't remember what sparked this in my mind, but it was something that was trending recently though. But I had like a little phase in my life, like in like 2019 or something like that, bro. I was just so tired of content, bro, because I feel like everything was just white. Everything was just white content, bro. Like, everything you click through was just based on white shit, white people perspective. I was just sick of it. It's like, I feel like it was no real black genuine shows on TV or in media as far as like syndicated shows and things like that. And I was overly sick of, even if it is a black show, it's kind of written in a white kind of tone a little bit. So what made me say this shit? What made me bring that shit up? Fuck, I forgot. But I had a little phase about that shit, and I feel going into the man spaces, I feel like it's the same thing with men. It's like, bro, we lack a lot of spaces that we would traditionally have, and a lot of men feel deprived. So when you get this red pill shit, it's like a rejuvenation of like I said, of a little bit of manhood to a degree.
Yeah. Trail said, you keep fucking up. He says, on the way.
Trail, nobody want to listen to you.
He got the mic. Trail said he on the way. He about to guest host. He on the way.
I want you to cut the mic on. I want you to cut on the channel. I want you to make a YouTube channel. So I can't go watch it.
I think it like flying low. You remember that one time Wardu was on here? We brought Wardu like on, and there was like a black dude that came on, was debating with you, like an older black guy.
Yeah.
Was that flying low? Who was that guy?
Oh, that would be hilarious if that was.
Was that flying low?
If that was flying low, that would be fucking hilarious.
I don't know who that older black guy was. I don't remember it said what his name was on the thing. Was that flying low?
That would be hilarious. I don't think that was flying low. I think
you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about
hip hop or something.
Yeah, we was talking about hip.
That wasn't flying low. I don't know. I'm just asking if it was flying low.
We was talking about Wardu. What we was talking about that day? I remember Wardu came on.
We talking about rap shit. I don't know. We talking about Kendrick
something to do
something.
with like the old school niggas versus new school or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I asked him if it was flying low. Niggas said, fuck no. I don't know. I'm just asking. Because Flying Low, you say like 35 or 36. Like, that was an old nigga. I don't know. Like, I'm about to be 35 in a couple of years. Shit.
Oh, I was saying somebody don't have a bop.
Oh, yeah, you talking about a bop. That's what it was. It was a bop. He ain't got no bops. Yeah, that's what it was. Because he kept saying, because dude kept saying bop. Yeah, he had to join just because you saying bop, 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 bop. That's what it was.
That nigga came for me, bro. I was like, bro, I was just having a good conversation. I ain't noticed.
When you say bop, I'm like, all right, bro, relax. He's talking shit. So I'm looking at. I'm 31. Y'all trying to. I think I could. Who was old? Oh, well, not even old. Because I'm about to be 30. Hey, let y'all niggas know. Hey, if y'all want to donate to your boy, I turn 30 next. No, not 30. Chill. I turn 29 next week. 29 next week. But anyways, Charles was like 30 something, right? 36. So. Yeah, Charles was older. Okay. That's who it was. Maybe that was Charles. We just didn't know it. Maybe that was Cheese.
Charles said he was a little chubby though.
That guy, I don't remember what that guy looked like. I thought he
was kind of skinny, I feel like.
I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking at this guy. Trail, not Trail. What's his name was talking about? Fuck is his name? Flying Low was talking about. Let me just see if I can share this real quick. So Flying Low, is this the guy you want me to look at? The mind of the manosphere? This the guy right here?
Let me see him. Click him.
He don't got no pic. Like, it's just like a little. He don't ever show his face, I guess. But this is his picture. Mm-hmm. Man of tomorrow. Enjoy the value of peace before you give up for someone else's war. Ooh. Hey there. Welcome to my channel. A better you await. My mission here is to lay out the pattern of problems we face as men, the consequences associated with them, and what you can do to avoid them. I'm a black guy. However, I don't run a black channel. While my channel is mostly male specific, all people could benefit from my years of experience as a law enforcement officer, a fugitive recovery agent, and an IT project
manager. Damn, you fuck with the feds, Flying Low?
Damn. Currently, I do land development and I own a transportation company. Your personal advancement and development should not come at the expense of others. The things you are doing here are specifically for the betterment of yourself. This is an echo chamber. We reach out to help if we are trapped. Then we take meaningful action and pass information down to others. Progress, man of tomorrow, manosphere. Thank you. Yes, sir. He's a real one. I need you to obituary.
So Flying Low, do you consider your OGs not dealing with no women problems at all? Like, and just directly talking about men? If so, I understand that. I mean, I understand. Because most of the red pill dudes most of the red pill main like big videos are definitely talking about or dealing with women at least. But I don't know. I feel like that comes with its pros and cons because when you start going and talking about the women stuff, that's what makes the channel get bigger. Even Kevin Samuel said that nobody gave a fuck when I was telling this shit to men.
All right, anyways, I was reading something, my bad. Well, I found Low so scared to show his face. Trey, why you don't show your damn face? The manosphere guys I listen to definitely bash women, but mostly men who partake in the fuckery. All right, man, this is the Manosphere podcast. I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. It's late on our side. We have 2 hours and 30 minutes. So is it about the message or the subs and the money? What's it about, Bryce? About the message or just the subs and the money?
I mean, shit, the more subs and money you get, the more you can push your message.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot what Nipsey said. He was like, you can have whatever, but it's all about your intention. You can have it all. It's all about your intention.
That's true. Heart. I know what Trey. We know what Trey looks like. He looks like the nigga from 300. What do you say? Hold on. Let's say, hold on. Look at the group chat, D-Friend. I don't see no. Talking about the Juice World shit? What are you talking about? You talking about niggas saying the N-word? You know who? You know the nigga from 300 Trail. Come on, man.
No, I don't think it's the money, bro. I just think you can do both. Everything need currency to live and get bigger.
Now, Trail, like I said, I didn't say you look like this nigga. Bryce said you look like this nigga.
Nigga do. Nigga Smeagol.
Bryce said you look like this nigga.
Smeagol. Nigga look like Smeagol. I always got a new name for that nigga. He like the nigga off the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Smeagol.
He's imagine a grown man with a cat. 2 of them.
What's wrong with the cat?
Right. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about in the group message. We talk about.
Oh, he just posted it. We go flying low. Look at flying low.
My shit ain't focusing.
I think you can go back and forth like I can go back and forth with. If that's what you guys feel, that's cool. Like I'm not gonna argue that. That's your opinion. I don't think that's the majority. So you think To Pimp a Butterfly is better than Damn and Good Kid, Mad City? I think Good Kid, Mad City is best. I think you can go back and forth like I can go back and forth with.
That nigga tripping. Ain't no way in hell you think To Pimp a Butterfly is as good as Good Kid, Mad City or Damn. That nigga crazy. That nigga crazy. But anyways, bro, you remember that one? No, this is the last thing I'm gonna get about here. That's the last thing I'm gonna get about here. You remember that guy who was like, he brought up, was it Nas he brought up? I don't know, but we was arguing about something. He was like, Nas, we was like, nigga, shut the fuck. I forgot what we was talking about. It wasn't in no, he was in the chat talking about some shit.
Hey, W Warden for pulling it up so fast.
He was in the chat talking about something. And he was like, we was clowning his ass. I forgot what it was. It was something though.
Hey, this bitch got 600 views.
What, the thing he posted?
The one he just put in the chat.
That's what he was talking about. Kendrick album, probably, right?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is washed.
Kendrick is washed. Debate, Miss Around the Big Steppers. That was fun. That was fun.
Niggas drop some music so we can have some fun.
That's what I'm saying. God damn. I'm sitting here talking about some old ass shit, talking about Kanye and fucking. If that's flying low. That would be funny if that was flying low, though. But, anyways, that's all I got for tonight, man. It's 12:30 over here. So, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here, rocking with us. That's crazy how go like me in this group chat. This Wardo, you don't fuck with the Mic Drop podcast, man. And I ain't gonna lie, if you got Bryce's number, you probably text a nigga all day, trolling this nigga. He gonna have to block your ass.
That nigga get blocked so fast.
But yeah, this is Wardo's group chat with his friends and me and Bryce.
Sure, you couldn't have a guy's number, bro. You wouldn't know what to do with it, man. He'll fuck it up.
But anyways.
Go ahead. Nah, you good. You good.
Nah,
you shit.
But anyways,
Bye,
that's it for the
Smeagol.
show. See y'all next time. Keep chill out the group chat. See y'all next time. Hey, Flying Low, I'm gonna watch some of this. What's it called? Tomorrow, Man of Tomorrow. I just want to see what you're talking about. But so I got for today. Make sure you subscribe to not subscribe already. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. Hey, go follow me on TikTok, nigga. D-Fred Daily on TikTok. I'm going up on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. TikTok kind of fun because that shit feel like the most discoverable without having a bunch of subscribers, or a bunch of followers. Like it's easy to get engagement and
Yeah, I like shorts for sure.
TikTok is shorts. That shit fire. So anyways, hopefully one of these niggas drop an album soon so we can really get out here and talk some shit, but who knows what they're going to do. Hopefully some more news that pop up next week because I can't think of nothing to talk about for this week.
We could have talked about them damn trades. I forgot about this shit.
The trades.
Yeah, with KD moving and shit.
Oh, KD going to the Suns and him going to here.
Kyrie going to the Mavs.
Oh, damn, we're supposed to talk about that. We're supposed to talk about North Korea. His sister said she about to fucking turn the Pacific Ocean to a firing range. I'm reading this book, right? It's called It's called Red Handed. It's like how China controls like popular U.S. people. Got like LeBron on the cover. It got Joe Biden on the cover. Got like a bunch of different people on the cover. And I'm only in like 20 pages. And they talking about Joe Biden and his family and how corrupt they are with China. I'm like, I gotta finish reading this shit. How like his son is getting financed by Chinese billionaires, and how this China this professor at this Chinese college, who like a lot of Chinese government officials go through that college, how he was pretty much like laughing about how they control like core American political power, whatever the fuck. I gotta finish reading it, but I don't know. It shit sounds crazy. But anyways, that's all we got.
Peace.
Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. We'll see y'all next time.